This strange story happened to me a long time ago. Our aircraft carrier was returning to the port after a prolonged cruise. Everyone longed to be back home, but day after day, we continued to swab the deck and dream about the girls left behind on far shores.
Hypnotize you on a count of three. She'll steal your soul, take control, leave you cold, never knowing how she did it. Once she mesmerized you, you'll be on your knees, on the floor, begging for more. Look is all she needs. Got lips on cherry red, got a killer look to knock 'em dead. Takes so long and fine, she'll keep your ass and blow your mind. She got ooh yeah, she got oh 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 yeah. Satisfaction, she hits the streets. When the sun goes down, she hits the town, looking for another beat. Chain reaction, she gets the bite. The dog's house, she's on the prowl, insatiable, her dark infatuation. Lips on cherry red, got a killer look.
This strange story happened to me a long time ago. Our aircraft carrier was returning to the port.
Ladies and gentlemen, since we don't want to watch that again, no idea what happened there, well, welcome to World of Warships. It's
what are
me.
You talking about? What? Nothing happened.
Nothing
Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened.
Working
it's not like somebody pushed the wrong button.
Working entirely as intended, and had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I wanted to be able to push this button, which may or may not work. It probably actually won't work. But the question is, should we test it?
Always.
Do you want to test it?
So I just push this button.
Push the button. Yes. It worked! Amazing! Anyway,
Perfect.
It's just a completely unrelated random button. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's fantastic to see so many of you back here. It is, of course, week 4 of our fantastic August of streaming, and that means today you're going to get bonus code number 4 from us for all of you to be able to earn 4 French destroyers containers in game, which is amazing. Stop begging for the code, because every time we see somebody ask for the code, we'll wait a bit longer. We're live for 3 hours. We've got all day, almost. So please remain calm. Remain seated.
Yes. Admiral Johan is asking, can I ask a question? You just did, and you got an answer. And there was the one question we were thinking about answering today. We said one question, and that was that.
Yes.
No, obviously, guys, we're gonna be here for the next 3 hours. We will be here to answer your questions. But a little disclaimer. So both Mr. Conway and me are slightly swamped.
My fluffy bit's gone.
Oh no.
Sorry. Oh, wait, I think I'll have to mute myself and retap.
Okay, so we are quite busy with Gamescom. So this week that was basically pretty much our focus. But you might have seen a certain like a small tiny announcement yesterday.
Yeah, either we're really sweating, or somebody screwed with the light settings again.
I think somebody screwed with the light settings.
Unbelievable.
But that's fine for today.
Unbelievable.
Or do you want to go fix it? Well,
no,
I'll
I'm gonna go fix it. You
Okay.
talk.
Okay. So yeah. Yesterday we had an announcement, obviously, and I think of course you would like to see a bit more about what we are planning to do with the ships that can submerge without sinking forever. But obviously today we cannot really talk about this too much. But I'll give you a slight hint, right? Next week is now we're quite dark.
Now
No.
you're grey, and you look like I'm gonna go again.
And so next week there's this thing called Gamescom happening, and there might be an English-speaking stream. So there might be a good chance that you might get maybe there might be something, right? So I would just say go into our events tab on Twitch, or check on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube right now the event for next week, and go set a reminder. I would only say it's gonna be
definitely.
worth it. Yes. There might be something.
Yeah, I saw someone saying where can you get the shirts? So it really depends, right? Chrysanthos is wearing.
Wait, guys are saying volume is too low. Can you
Volume
up,
is
can
for
you
who?
up the?
Me?
It's
You?
probably us.
It's probably me. Iman, still me? Still me? It's probably this fluffy thing. Maybe I should
No,
have
no,
left.
it's fine. It's fine. Don't touch it. I think it's fine.
Okay.
We're both too low. Can you just pump up the sound mixer?
Pump it up.
Pump it up. Yes.
Can you do
Much better. Okay. So guys.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can do it. I don't know.
Nobody's muted, right? So we should be all good.
The problem is, guys, when the twins leave this room, other people use it, and then they don't put things back the way they found them. And when the twins, literally, we entered this room 15 minutes before the start of the stream. This is when we started switching on the equipment. Because, like I said, we've got Gamescom. Anyway, to get back to that question that was there about the T-shirts that we have, right? So it's different, right? We've got this one is the Gamescom
Actually,
2000
so Gamescom, so this is Gamescom 2017. As you remember, there might have been this beautiful British battleship release that we had back then.
Absolutely. People complaining the game was dead forever because
and, it's actually one of my favorite T-shirts. I like it a lot.
Because of HE battleships.
And if you come to Gamescom, you will be able to get obviously a new Gamescom T-shirt.
Yes,
and
we could even show it to. Could we show it to people?
I don't think so. But guys, we can definitely show it next week from the Gamescom, right?
I could show it now. I mean, theoretically.
Theoretically, but then you would just be teasing people who can't come. But we're definitely so. I definitely want to send out at least one in the English and one in the German stream, one of the Gamescom goodie bags for one of the lucky winners out there who couldn't make it to Gamescom, so you can also get our T-shirts. Because we have 3 different ones. We have one that is in the goodie bag. We have one for World of Warships PC that we're going to throw into the crowd. And I mean, there's going to be more than one, but one, design, and one design for World of Warships Legends. Give code. Same rule as always. If you post give bonus code, it will basically postpone the release of the bonus code by a minute. Yeah. So if you want to get it, don't spam.
Sabaro says black shirts are bad because you can't see Chrysanthos' six-pack. I think even with the you can see basically with both of us, you can see the accumulation of many six-packs.
Yes.
It's
they were all
like,
good.
Yes, especially here.
Except for the ones in Paris, but that's a different story.
So what else are we going to talk about? We've actually got some news.
Yes, so we brought some news.
No, you're not going to let me talk about the news?
Maybe I just wanted to tease people that it's going to be 2 new ships and some other stuff. Now you're sad.
By the way,
are you
guys,
sad now?
my shirt's actually like blue,
His shirt is really, really cool.
like green
Get
and
up.
blue. Yeah, but
Yeah. Oh, you can see it. Like,
Wait,
can we? Okay, we're
we
just
can-
going to.
we are
So
gonna-
this is absolutely the green screen here in the back is definitely iron.
totally ironed. And by the way, the fact that it isn't ironed is because Mr. Teekanner, a long time ago, promised he would iron it, and then
Yes.
didn't.
Yes.
Right. So this is a beautiful T-shirt, but it's actually this. It's the Leningrad.
So it's not just gray. It's just because the color key for the green screen is obviously affecting the green. Why don't you sell
color
them?
is different again.
But now it's good. Now it's
No,
I
it's
like
okay.
it.
I'm
I
happy.
love it.
It's good.
So yes, why don't we sell them? We do sell T-shirts, but the event T-shirts we produce them for each event.
And then we give them to you for free for coming.
Yes, exactly. So usually, like it's a reward for those guys who go out of their way to meet us and have a cool day with us at one of our offline events. For example, you can go to, if you're living in North America, the Anchors Away tour, or if you live in Europe, then we have we don't have an actual name for it. It's just the amazing World of Warships Europe offline event tour that we do every year, and we'll have some more events to announce soon. TM. I think
Monday.
next week we're going to announce it. Yes, and otherwise, if you live in other regions, I'm sure there are also many cool offline events where you can get cool T-shirts. And even what we do is, if we go to, for example, like a global meeting, or if we go visit another office, we usually trade the T-shirts because all of the regions have different T-shirts and they're really amazing. But yeah,
Yes.
that much for that.
There's a question here. Mr. Conway says, that's not actually a question. Needs a shirt with Connie Talk first. I'm not sure, but if you want to make one, send it to me. I'll consider wearing it.
Yeah, there's a question that I simply have to answer. Damudi Planes. Why do resource super containers never give resources? Because it's not a resource super container, it's just a super container. You can get the same super container from all of the different types, basically, of containers, and they all contain, basically, have the same loot table.
Yes,
They all have basically the same kind of stuff they can drop.
And funnily enough, they can contain resources. But still not a resource super. Maybe it would then make it one.
Yeah, and the Blue Death is asking, will there be a live stream from Gamescom? Nice green screen, by the way. I know, it's beautiful, right? If you want to come over and iron it, definitely happy to do that. And will there be a live stream from Gamescom? Yes. So there's going to be the Big Boy stream in English next week on the 21st of August from 1300 UTC to 1800 UTC, or if you live in Central Europe, that's going to be 1500 CEST to 2000 CEST. And just if you should be there at 5 CEST. That's a good time. Good time to be there. And we also finish up the stream with a Sabaton concert. So
yes,
I think it's
going
going
to
to be
exciting.
a pretty amazing stream.
And some of you are actually lucky enough and paid attention on the portal article and managed to book a slot in the VIP lounge with Sabaton, which I think is going to be pretty cool.
Yes, and we have Dasha there as well.
And Dasha, Sabaton and Dasha. That's like it's a pretty cool session. Anyway, so all of that's going to be live next Wednesday. If you haven't yet, please do set yourself a reminder. You can go to twitch.tv/World of Warships/events and just click the remind me button. We will be scheduling a YouTube stream after this one, so if you would prefer to watch on YouTube, you can also schedule set a reminder there. However, I would recommend watching on Twitch. Twitch drops.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what are we going to do? Let's talk about some news.
So, guys, we'll talk about news. I think then we'll drop the bonus code.
We will.
Maybe. Or play a game and then drop the bonus code. But as usual, we will drop it quite early on, guys. We're not going to tease you for the rest of the stream.
Okay, let's have a look. So we have, of course, some stuff to talk about in World of Warships, right? So the first thing that I really wanted to talk about, sorry, not that one.
You want to, but you're not allowed to.
Is that we, of course, are very close to our World of Warships anniversary. Once again.
Yes. We're getting close to the anniversary, but we are not talking about the anniversary today.
But what about this?
Yes, but we're not talking about this aspect.
We're not talking about that aspect?
We're not talking about that aspect.
Well,
so the thing is...
No, but
No.
We're not going to talk about how to get them, but we can still talk about why they're coming.
Okay.
No, do you think?
Well,
I've given it away now anyway. It's too late to backpedal.
so this is definitely not how it's supposed to work. But I mean, there is. So what I can confirm
I
is
love
there's
that I love that the sentence that says this is in red and in bold, but
yes. So the thing is, so there's gonna be an anniversary, obviously.
Yes.
We're gonna share more information about the anniversary itself, like how it's going to work, because I knew there were some comments around, especially with the introduction of the research bureau, how that's going to affect the anniversary. Because last year what we did is for each tier 10. You got a super container if you played a match with that tier 10. But that information is going to be shared tomorrow, I think, on the Russian stream. And then obviously it's going to go on the dev blog. But a topic that is kind of related to it, but we cannot really share how that's going to be distributed. But it's going to be part of that kind of,
celebration.
Celebration, exactly.
Celebration. So
I think we teased it way too much anyway now. But basically, what's going to come,
guys, they're awesome, but it's camouflage.
It's
Let's have a
camouflage,
look.
yes.
Let's have a look. We're just going to pop them out in the background. We're cleverly hiding the name of the ship by sitting in front of it.
So what you can see here is a historical camouflage of the Bismarck,
Should I
and
make
now
it
a historical camouflage of
Should I
the
make it
Cossack.
slower?
No, it's fine. I think we
Okay.
can just let it rotate.
That's
and
fine.
then we'll also have the historical camouflage for the Ark Royale.
Yes.
But why are these historical ones and what's so special about them? Because these were the camouflages on those ships during a time when, whoop, 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 one of the most famous cats, if not the most famous cats of World War II served on them. It's Unsinkable Sam. So you will be able to get basically for each of the ships, 2 of the camouflages, basically one with the cat, one without the cat. They have the regular tier 8. Yes, they will have the regular bony of minus 3% to detectability range, plus 4% to maximum dispersion of shells, and minus 10% to ships post-battle service costs, and 50% experience per battle bonus. So nothing crazy there. They're going to be the same for both the historical one and the one with the cat. So
bonuses. You've
no.
triggered Evan.
So the thing is that
You've triggered Evan.
Evan, I know you're listening. And I know you would like me to say bonuses, but it's bony in Latin, right? So we'll just take that.
Also, Evan, now that you're here,
yeah, send a warm welcome to Evan.
we need more of these buttons.
We definitely do. We should probably buy a bigger board and just put all of the different sounds on there.
Yes, we found
something
out
we
there's
wanted
one
to
that
do
has
anyway.
more buttons.
Yes, guys. Buy more premium time so we can buy better equipment. And what else? Yes, 8.8. So while this is rotating in the background, so a few things. For 8.8, we'll have 2 ranked sprints. So the first one is going to be tier 7 ships in 6v6 format. And the second one is going to be 7v7 on tier 8. So that's the next ranked sprint that's awaiting you. And we have some improvements for sound and graphics. Unfortunately, we don't really have any examples right now, but obviously we're going to share them soon.
Hold Me Love Me is asking, why isn't the cat ginger like Wargaming's Kitty Purfist? Because it's not Kitty Purfist. This is a historical cat. It was a black cat.
Also, Kitty Purfist wouldn't fit on a DD. So what I wanted to say is improved sound and graphics in the game. We had an update with the last update that's going to enable us to do better upgrades to the looks and the sounds of the system. So we're going to have the mechanism for sounds of guns and engines were improved. So you will be able to test that soon, hopefully. And we updated the lighting model for Ocean, Big Race, North, Fault Line, Polar, and Islands map. So this should also include a sexier sky. And then I think Crash Zone Alpha got a few towns added to it. And that's one part, but we also have some, 2 new ships.
We have 2 new ships. So guys, what we're going to do, right, because we got obviously one of the nice pictures with the name on it. We got a video from port without the name on it. So we'll put up the video without the name on it, and you guys can guess if you can guess the name of the ship. That's in there, yeah. But I just wanted to quickly say, because I see a lot of questions about submarines, and yes, we can confirm that submarines are indeed a topic that we will be possibly talking about in a future stream at Gamescom. Tune in next week. Until then, our lips, mouths, and everything else is sealed. The only thing I can really do is offer you this as a consolation prize.
For now. What about those sweet camos for Fuso, Warspite, and Graf Spee? They are still there, and they will make it into the game at some point, hopefully sooner than later. And yes, Evan.
Okay. Anyway,
So,
let's
a streak like a black cat on your ship might be bad luck.
Ship number one, guys. We're going to be watching chat. I want to hear the name of this ship. You might not be able to guess it because I'm not sure they were actually. I don't know if they were built. Chris will fill us in on details once you guys.
I don't think so.
Pushing the button.
But what you can do is you can guess what class it's based on.
Wow, this is really difficult. Tirpitz, Bismarck,
Tirpitz.
Titanic.
Titanic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's an American ship. You don't see the
HMS
flag.
Jingles. I liked it.
It's got a flag.
But I mean, it doesn't look very British. So I see Virginia, West Virginia.
Oh,
So
your mum is useless. That's not entirely correct. No.
okay. So this
It's a ship.
It's
Correct.
A ship. So it's a ship. So a lot of people are in the Chuck Norris's decal. We might have to take away his modern words. So yes. So
HMS
it's
Terminator.
so no.
I like
So
that.
this ship is.
Are you giving it away already?
Because I haven't seen
I saw it.
and-
I saw it. Somebody got it. Here we go. Kick Samos. That's the first time I saw it. I think USS California. See? I told you. They'd get it. But I don't know if he's the first one because chat was scrolling really quickly. But it's the first time I saw
Well,
it.
he's the lucky one that we do a shout out.
But the second one, right after a Longbow Man, basically at the same time, also in California. So good job, guys. It is indeed a USS California. Should we
yes,
push the?
and
push
it's
the second button?
so. What is this ship about? So it has 4 times 356 millimeter guns. So basically the New Mexico guns. It's gonna be on tier 7. So you have a really good like a salvo. The volume of shells is very big. You have a good survivability because the Citadel is under the waterline. You have large torpedo bulges, but as you can imagine, as most of the tier 6 and tier 7 American battleships, they're quite slow. So it's going to be quite a slow ship. I can give you some stats. Obviously, you will find all of the stats on the dev blog, whether it's on your regional forums, on Facebook, or on Reddit, for example. So it's going to have 58.3k HP. It will have 17 kilometers of range. And the reload time is going to be 30 seconds with a 60 seconds, 180 degree turn time. So obviously these guns are quite slow in turning, so you should probably pack some WD-40. And maximum dispersion 230 with a sigma of 1.7.
Would you say you like big bulges and you cannot lie?
I do. Especially on my boats.
Okay. This was one. Sorry, guys. I just saw that people commented on the fact that the video audio was too loud. I wasn't aware where the video had audio because, like I said, we received it about literally 2 minutes before the stream. So I'll try and turn the next one down a little bit, but I can only do that once we've opened it because of limitations.
Joey Binf has the
technical
obvious question of how to get, and the answer to this is we will let you know once we know.
Yes. Okay, let's go to the second one. The second one is going to be a little more tricky. Let's see who can guess this ship. And we are, sorry. We are going to make it much quieter. Much quieter.
Much better. So I don't think people will
Friesland.
be able...
Wow. French
French is good,
yes,
but I don't think this was a historical ship. I was talking about this with Mr. Tanatoy, our French community manager, and I think it's there.
Wow.
No, almost.
Almost.
Let's look. So Marceau.
Let's go. How do you know that?
How do you know that? Yes.
Marceau. Here, there we go. The
Yes.
first aid kit. He got it.
Wow, perfect.
Fantastic. Actually, quite a few people got it at the end then. Nice.
Nice. Yes. So it's the
I'm
Marceau.
impressed.
It's upcoming French tier 10 DD, and if you if you take a look at the guns, these are the same dual-purpose guns that you have on the Colbert. So this is a bit different to the other French DDs that you have right now with the researchable ones, because you get the 127mm dual-purpose guns. That means the DD has good AA. And instead of having the main battery reload booster, it will have defensive AA. So especially for those who want to be protected against aircraft carriers, this will be a nice tool to have, because SCV will have to pay a price when they want to strike you. When it comes to the guns, yes, they're the same ones as Colbert, which means they have some pros and cons. So the armor-piercing shells are not going to be as effective compared to, for example, Kleber, due to the bad ballistics. But you have the faster reload, and you have, due to the faster reload, you might just deal more total damage with the HE. So basically, if you like HE more than AP, then this is going to be probably a better build for you than the Kleber. But you also have to work around that shell trajectory. Sorry. I'll give. Consumables always interesting for DDs. So note this French DD does not have smoke. So you basically trade in the main battery reload booster for the defensive AA to get that, but you don't get smoke. So it's engine boost, damage control party, and the defensive AA. And all of the detailed stats, once more, you can find them on the dev blog later today. I think around 1.5 hours it should be published. And stats, so HP. For me, always when you want to have a DD that's actually able to fight other DDs, quite important value. It's sitting, this is obviously without commander skills and upgrades and so on. So basically the stock configuration of this ship is 21,900 hit points with 90mm plating. The main battery we talked about, the firing range is 11.5 kilometers. And you get 7% chance of setting fires. Maximum AP shell damage is 2,600, and the AP initial velocity is 808 meters per second. 3.5 seconds of reload time. I think we already said that. And what else is interesting? The torpedoes. So you have 4x3 550mm torpedoes, tubes. They will deal the usual 14.8k damage, and they have a range of 9 kilometers. Not 19. 19 would be nice, yes. No, 9 kilometers, because it's not supposed to be a long-range torpedo boat, with 60 knots. 90 seconds of reload time. And rudder shift 4.8, and the detectability is 8.9 kilometers for the surface, and 4.8 for air detectability. And obviously, it's a French DD, which means it's going to be quite fast. It's going to go 44 knots with a turning circle radius of 740 meters. So it should be a good fun boat, but it's too early to have her in testing here live on the stream. But as soon as these ships make it into testing, we'll showcase them to you.
Indeedy doodly. Now we could theoretically activate this because it is so fitting right now to the topic we're talking about.
That is true. Yeah, why not?
So, gentlemen, right? We do have a bonus code for you today.
And Mr. Conway is going to show you once more how to actually activate it, right?
Am I? Again?
Yes. Because you might have new viewers who don't know how to activate a bonus code.
Okay, are we going to show them first?
Let's prepare them first, like how to actually
So
redeem a bonus code.
So, gentlemen, it is really not difficult, right? All you need to do, right, is you open your. Wait, should I log in first?
Yes.
I'll log in first. Oh God, sorry guys, I should have prepared this better. But then again, it's the sort of theme.
So,
of
chat,
the show
you can
today.
log in as well. Go to the portal, log in. Then you're going to be on the same step as we are.
Don't get too many of them to do it once. We'll crash the page again.
Funny but true.
Maybe funny because it's true. Anyway,
yeah.
so look,
Right.
right, you go up here, right, and then up at the top right here, well, you can't actually see it right now. God damn it! Right up here, look, see, there's this thing that says Mr. Conway. You click on it, and then here you click on Activate Wargaming Code, and then you enter the code. Today's code is, and I think we'll go back to our beautiful Marceau. So I have too many mice here. To our beautiful Marceau, and you can see today's code is thematically appropriate.
Can you make it a bit bigger?
Can I make it bigger?
Yes.
I could make it bigger. How this big?
Yes. Let's do it this big.
Let's do it this big, and let's do it really slowly. Just so look, production quality, guys. Production quality out of the wazoo.
Yes. So there you go, guys. Redeem it. Make sure to get your additional.
I am also going to
French
redeem
DD
it
containers
right now, so that you guys can see that it indeed does work. So it's Hon, Hon. Oh god, that meant it's a slow fade. Well, this is shaping out to be quite a stream, guys.
Yes.
Amazing! It's working! Which, guys, really should not be a surprise, because of course it's working, because, we made it work.
Where is the funny guy you had a few weeks ago?
You have to be more specific.
Do you mean our boss? Do you mean Lord of Droid, who was sitting here behind us?
The one who was picking on us through the whole thing.
Yes.
Anyway, so this code, once activated, will give you an amazing mission in game that you can use to obtain 4 French containers. I'll show you how to find it, and thematically appropriate is also the fact that I did not check my client language because, again, lack of time, and it is in a thematically appropriate French. So, guys, we're going to play French World of Warships today. If you're wondering what it looks like, it's this.
Or you can just reload.
Or I could reload, but honestly, I can't be bothered.
Chat, tell us. So, if you want to see Mr. Conway play with the French client today, just put a hon in chat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, it's officially a French stream.
Okay, we're gonna officially stream in French, and we are gonna have to make sure also, if we're gonna do this, that we have French. Yes. Okay. Nice. So we have French voiceover activated as well. Anyway, so to find a set mission, even in the French client, I know because it's always the same button. You click the Mission de Combat. Then you switch to.
It's gonna be an amazing stream because we'll have Mr. Conway trying to be super French today for the entire stream, trying to pronounce stuff.
We have like a beret somewhere. I don't know. And then you click
I
on
think we actually do somewhere.
Objectif personnel, and there you will see.
Do you want me to translate?
Alors, non,
so it's
ici.
personal assignments in your English client.
C'est combattez avec nous semaine 4. And you have to obtenir 1,600 points of base XP or dex.
Wait, I'm sure this is a funny French number. Because the French way of counting is
1060.
That's easy.
Yes.
Okay.
It's when you have the smaller numbers at the end that it starts becoming ridiculous. Anyway, so yes, and once you've completed that, you get 4 conteneurs destroyers français. I hope Arnold's not watching. I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Well, he's going to appreciate the effort that you're putting into it.
Or
by the way, you completed one of your campaigns. Claim your prize now.
So many buttons to push. Récupérer. Wow, I'm going to learn a lot today.
Yes.
Wow, I love also the fact
French,
that hit hard, hit fast, hit often.
I'm sorry, Mr. Conway. Sorry. Okay. Blutenum has a very, very relevant comment. French client requires French keyboard setup, doesn't it?
No.
Because
sorry.
honestly, there's like
no
offense to our French friends, but I have no idea how you can play with. I mean, obviously you're used to it, right? But whenever you have a French keyboard in front of you,
I know how. They just changed the layout so that it works like our layout, which just means that if you have a different keyboard layout, you can no longer play. It's because I know I have to reset my settings now before I go into game, which is fine.
There's a beautiful. I don't know whether there's a clip from that, but we had Flamu. One of our first King of the Sea streams, and he was trying to find stuff on his keyboard. It was a French one. I think it was the hardest stream ever for him because he was trying to find that keyboard, to find the buttons he was looking for. And I think Tikane had the same problem when he was playing here during our Halloween stream.
Extra French keyboards for when Flamu comes back.
Yes, we should probably have one.
Okay, why are we in a division with New Master Richard?
Because he asked, and I granted the wish.
Okay. Well, he's been spamming me a lot.
New Master Richard. The following rule: if you keep spamming Mr. Conway, we won't accept you in the division anymore. Be nice. Everybody has the same chance.
Yes. Shall we play a game of World of Warships?
I heard it's an amazing game. We can try it out. What tier do you want us to play, guys?
I also got some flack from Tanatoy, of course, for choosing the code because nobody in France actually ever says this, which is true.
Except for not French people in
Exactly.
France. Yes. No, but the thing is that we every time. So to give you some
Evan says
context here,
tier
we
one,
have to
right.
come up with these bonus codes, right? And these bonus codes, at some point, like you run out of ideas. So we sit down, like we have to give it a name. How are we going to call it? And for this one, we had to name like 8.
People are being
Tier
really
1.
unhelpful because they're usually saying tier 1 or tier 11.
Come on, Chad, you can do better. I see YouTube is a bit more constructive. They say 8, 7, 8, 7, 9, 1. No, stop it with the 1.
We're not playing tier 1, guys.
No. The thing is that we're experienced players, so there's a protected queue for newbies.
Look,
so there's nobody
I've
on tier
seen
1.
the number 7 quite frequently.
Okay, so let's go for it.
We'll go to tier 7. You Master
Yes.
Richard, tier 7, please. Tier 7. What are we going to play at tier 7? Somebody was asking before, are we ever going to sell the Belfast again?
No, you're not playing the Belfast again. Every time we go to tier 7,
And we're
you
just
play
gonna
the Belfast.
say, it's highly unlikely we will ever sell the Belfast again. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna play it. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes it's fine. Just don't play it every time.
Look at my beautiful collection of tier 7 weep ships.
Oh, you want to play like a pink Miyoko maybe?
I could, but I would also just no. I always play the same thing at tier 7. Why don't we play Nelson?
Yeah, Nelson's is a great ship.
Master Richard doesn't have a tier 7. Okay, let's go play tier 6 then for one.
Okay, and then we'll play tier 7. Okay.
We can work our way up the line.
Yes. Tier 6. We're not going to play the Huang here because we did the last 2 streams.
We did. I'm gonna try.
We also played the Molotov already.
completely
You know what?
die.
I'm going to play the Arizona because it's an absolutely amazing ship and I love it.
And I'm going to play the T-61 with a Weeb captain. Mr. Conway Premium Consumable. Thank you very much, Deathstalker.
Oh, Chat, you learned faster than Mr. Conway.
Let me check. It looks like I do indeed have Premium Consumables mounted. I am indeed safe.
Upgrades? Signal flags?
I can see a
Oh, what is it in
flag.
French?
I can't see signal flags. Thank you, Chris.
Amélioration? Oh, and no signal flags. See? There we go.
Yes,
And you're
but I'm
ready to-
already prêt à combat, which is not okay. I need to unpret myself.
Unpret myself. Okay.
Unpret myself. I don't want to detonate. Let's have some extra provoke, but whatever. I don't even know.
And Helma
I don't know where
DD?
the
I don't
buttons
think
are.
so.
And I need a Captain XP here.
So, Kardush, do you mean the missions that you got from the bonus code? If you get all of the missions done in the bonus code, so for last week's you will get 3 French DD containers, and for this week's you will get 4 French DD containers. So, if you're lucky, you might get one of the French DD missions.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm ready.
Will you change the stream language to German when these islanders leave the EU? So, Colonel
No.
Arg, as much as I would like to have some kind of consequence to this exit or Brexit, if you will, no, because even though they are, if it ever happens, which is also a question that I don't want to go into, well,
Yes. This is a
They still speak English and play World of Warships,
non-political
thank you.
stream. But let's put it this way. I mean, we're not having this stream for the UK. Obviously, we have it for Europe. And there are a lot of people who do speak English and who are just here to hang out. In general, when we take a look at, for example, we can see on Twitch, like where our viewers are coming from. And I think for most of the English-speaking streams that we have, not the vast majority, but the majority, like the biggest chunk of audience is coming from Germany, funnily enough. And there's plenty of viewers from all over Europe. So it doesn't really it's not the UK that we're doing the stream for. It's for everybody in the EU, and also from everywhere else where you're coming from and where you speak English. And would somebody be so nice and give a YP Happa a link to the redeem page? For which community is the French stream then? For the German one, Colonel, clearly.
okay. So game face is on. Let's see how this works. Oh, don't forget about us folks here in Austin, Texas. But we're talking about people who speak English, guys, now.
Oh, wow. Shots fired. No, obviously. I mean, we are very happy to have this stream for anybody. Even if you're tuning in from not this planet. No, intergalactic viewers are the best. Oh,
So
Aaron says America representing right now, right here. We have very happy to have you here, guys. From NA, from Australia. Even though Australia should be a really bad time right now. When is the World of Warships video on stream? I don't get the question. Maybe rephrase it.
A friend of the stream from India. That's
Oh!
fantastic to see.
Welcome, welcome. Oh, Washington, D.C. What state of the USA is America? That's an interesting question. Greetings from Brazil, from Pretorianox. Greetings. No, honestly, for us, it's always cool. I mean, this is also the reason why we do these streams, right? We get to talk to you, we get to know you a little bit better, and when we see where you guys are coming from and where you're tuning in from, it's such a nice thing to have.
Okay, well, that Shiratsuyu had a rather short game.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's an Indianapolis. Watch
some
out. There
people
was
by
an
the
Indianapolis moving
some-
towards you. He is radar.
Somebody also said, like even Wargaming doesn't want to play the Tier 6 Gepard. And you know what, guys? I'm the first to admit, I don't really like playing destroyers in general. It's just not my class. I just suck at them. Like,
And
really
actually
badly.
not true,
Present
because
us-
we played the Gepard. I think it was with the first 8.6
Okay, but
stream that we had,
if I
because
played it,
I
I'm
got the
sure I
mission
wasn't
for it,
happy about
and we did actually quite well. You just have to.
Am I going to
master it.
catch the Sharnos butt? Am I? Oh, 3 torpedoes into the Scharnhorst. I think that's a dead Scharnhorst now. Well, not yet, but...
Oh, 4 torpedoes? That's going to hurt him.
Who did I hit? No, I must have hit the shores as well.
Nice.
See, I suck at destroyers. I hate destroyers, but sometimes it happens, and then I get motivated to play them a bit, and then I stop again.
That's a true story.
I do alright in the Harugumo because it's not a destroyer. It's
No.
a very light battleship.
No, he didn't hit the shores. He must have hit a DD.
Did I? Oh, I hit the Scharnhorst with 4 torpedoes.
Maybe.
Oh, that hurt. Stop shooting me. There's another battleship pushing into my torpedoes.
Maybe they're lining up for you.
Is he gonna go in for... I think I'm gonna anticipate him turning to the left a bit.
We have an eagle here.
Uh-oh. Did I potato?
Did you?
What's my spotting range? 6.1. No, I didn't potato. It's okay. Just didn't want the
Indianapolis,
Bismarck to spot me
this
because
is
that usually
not the thing you
is
want to do.
uncomfortable.
Maybe I can get lucky here with the 1 or 2 citadels. Maybe.
Chris, it looks like I'm having a rather good game. Look at this.
Oh no. Let's switch point of view.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's see whether we can.
And no
get
more Bismarck.
citadels. No, we not lucky today.
This is my cap. Enter it at your own peril.
Nice. So that eagle smoke is going to run out pretty soon. And then we'll have a talk. Ah, there we go. Get a bit unlucky there with the Indianapolis, unfortunately. But I will return. How did you select detection range circles? So I can show this to you if we go over here. So what you can do is you just press Control on your keyboard, then you can get the mouse, right? Then you can click here on this little wheel, and then here you can select these different basically rings that you can display, and you can see they're basically then being displayed on the minimap. So that's a really nice, useful tool to get. Oh, hello, Dignas. Might have been a little bit too high, depending on whether he turns out or not, but that salvo looks quite nice. Yup. I should have slowed down to get the cap.
Mr. Warspite, do you know what my torpedo reload is? Because I don't. But it's very low.
So I hope that was helpful for you, Tiger Bread. The Turpits. I don't want to brawl with the Turpits. Not the kind of ship I want to brawl. Indianapolis is playing. Oh, okay.
Wow, they knocked out my engine again with blind fire.
And this is why you always have a last stand.
Do I have it? I may not have, because I've only got 12 points, but still, that's pretty potato even for my standards.
I need to repair, and I hope the Turpits won't have my broadside. No, he's not even paying attention to my broadside. So we'll try to have some fun here.
I'm dead.
You're dead? Oh, well, you did your job. We lost all of the DDs on both sides.
Yeah, but I should have been able to get that. That's Vasil. I'm sure that was a stream snipe. I know him from chat.
From his chat. Da-da-da-da. Also, this is not work in progress.
It isn't? Well, my gameplay certainly is.
That's true. Even though, I mean, you had a really good game. You have like, what, 80k damage? 90k damage? And you held the cap. It's not like you were farming battleships for the sake of farming battleships. You actually did what you were supposed to do. And hey, Tony Scott. And Tiger Bird said he has been wondering for years. There's a really nice publication that we have on our portal. Our content bros wrote it for you guys. It's 10 useful UI tips. You can find it, I think, both on the European and the NA portal. And maybe somebody, maybe Mr. Tikane, when you're in chat, maybe you can actually find the link to that and put it into chat, because I know that especially when you're new, or if you don't really have that much time to read about like all of the small things about World of Warships, it's a really nice condensed publication, like how you can improve your comfort in the game.
Oh no! Master Richard, potatoed, got torpedoed by the Turpits.
Oh no. Well, it's a very big German DD. And I potatoed here with my Sabo because I thought he would be faster. Oh, and these are ships. This is rather bad from my side because I should not turn in, but the Nelson's pushing, so I'm just trying to do my job and help him get the Turpits out of the way.
Oh, Turpits and the Bismarck. That's a dangerous enemy.
I know. I'm already turning. I hope they focus. Okay, I'm switching to HE because they are just going to bow on and try to chase me, especially the Turpits. Are they letting? They're letting me do this turn.
Wait, he's got
the
a Bismarck.
The Bismarck and the Turpits are basically helping us out here.
And he could have had such a great torpedo salvo on the enemy on our Bismarck, but he shot widespread.
No,
Guys,
don't go widespread. Unless you're really not sure what you're doing, then widespread gives you sometimes a higher chance of hitting something, but usually you want to go for a tight spread.
And he actually got rewarded by missing the shot on the Bismarck and hitting a Turpits, but still. Bismarck's wishing he was a Turpits right now.
Yes. I mean, look at it. Now he's turning. I was hoping that he would be turning out instead of turning in, but the CV made him turn more. Well, this game is almost over and it did like 50k damage, but not great. Dave, live long and prosper. So, well, I didn't even get to shoot here. Unless somebody spots the CV right now and the CV would be in range, that's going to be the game.
Yes, I believe it is. GG.
So we're chilling here. Actually, don't we have which one was it? Yes, this is the perfect one for this. But you shouldn't do this when the game is still on, right? If we're in a situation like this, the game is over, nothing to shoot, then you can chill out. But otherwise, always pay attention. Is it possible to get last week's code somewhere? Call me Snake. No, unfortunately not. Dave, will there be another code? Nope, we already showed the code, and I think we can just drop it again, right? Chat, be nice. You can just share the code. Otherwise, it's quite easy. It's hon.
Need the right mouse. There we go.
There it is. So yeah, now we move to tier 7. New Master Richard, thank you very much for playing with us. Oh, Orla, that's a very nice text. Let's carry Mr. Conway together.
Guys, today, sorry, like I always do this. I'm sorry, guys. If you want to play with us, please just send an in-game personal message to Chrysanthos, and he will invite you because it's his turn.
Yeah. So first we're going to have Mr. Vasil, then the Marksmanian.
See, I told you he was stream sniping.
Yeah, Vasil. Oh, I didn't even see my chat.
Yes,
hey,
he subbed me.
Well, Vasil.
I'm sure he was checking to see on the stream.
The thing is,
So
this is the time, you know.
Serious talk.
Serious talk. So, yeah, let's talk about stream sniping. You know, in general, we're very happy if you play with us. Every streamer is going to be happy when you play with them, but when you play against them, be nice, you know, because you want to, like, I know that a lot of people, you know, want to play against streamers and so on, but especially if you're playing against another DD, it's quite unfair if you can see what he's doing while he's not able to see what you're doing. So always be a nice guy, you know, treat everybody else like you want to be treated. So don't be that guy. You know, not saying that Vasil was in this game, but overall, just, you know, treat it fairly. If you see that, you know, you're playing against other guys who are streaming right now, say, hey, we're in the same battle, close the stream or mute it for the next 20 minutes and then go back, say GG, and have some fun with them.
So let's just see. So the question was there, could you play Farah and Fubu duo? What's Farah?
Farragut, I guess, and Fubuki.
Farragut and Fubuki, and discuss the CV loader changes for tier 4 and tier 6.
No, so first of all, in Hunter, the loadout changes for tier 4 and tier 6, they are being tested on PT. Doesn't mean they're going to make it into the game. And I don't have an update for you about this yet, whether this is actually going to make it into the game with 8.7. So nothing to worry there. And Farragut and Fubuki, so we can maybe play it later on. We promised to play tier 7, and then we'll see what we do. Just want to have a good mix.
I know Farah Zelith is Farah, but I can't actually play Farah. He's not in the game.
Yeah.
So we're playing tier 7. I was going to play the Nelson, right? I believe that was my choice.
And chat, what are we going to play, huh? We can play DD. I usually love cruisers. Yes, guys, I will just queue up. Oh wow, this is now going to be the chat again. So we already have a few guys lined up, and now I just need to make a decision what I want to play.
Captain Jingles, anything on that? So Captain Jingles,
yes.
Right? Again, right? He's role playing himself. So obviously he's just sort of missed the boat, and is going to show up when you least expect it at the wrong place.
But the thing is that it's a good reminder because we talked about this the last week, and we were actually, it was so funny. So once I saw Skype later on, because we had this discussion last year, right? And we said, we forgot to ask. Then we asked right away in our like chat we have with our developers, and they gave us the answer 2 minutes later. But you know, I minimized Skype, and we never got back to it. And chat, I blame you because you never reminded us. But no, so the answer is that the earliest that Mr. Jingle is going to make it into game should be around 8.8. The reason we shared already last week is we needed to re-record a few things with him, so it takes some time to get it into the game. So we're on it, but I think 8.8 is a good estimation for when he's going to make it in there. And yes, I think I want to play the Duca degli Abruzzi. Especially with the Italian cruises coming at some point in the foreseeable future. I'm very hyped about these beautiful ships.
Let's go.
Any information about Sormes, Smolensk, and Friesland? So Sabaro, we shared how they're going to be, well, except for Smolensk, I think. But Friesland is going to be free XP, and I think Sormes is going to be steel. I'm not sure about Smolensk, whether we talked about this already. But
isn't she going to be coal?
Maybe I'm not 100%. Maybe you can. You can just check.
We maybe
quickly.
announced the
yes, but when it comes to release date, then obviously we cannot talk about this because if we could, we would already have released that information. You know it. You know the hard life of being a community manager who is not allowed to share this yet.
Mr. Conway, have you got premium consumables? Thank you, chat. No, abort.
That was too slow. I'm sorry. I clicked, I clicked. You said it. I wanted to. I really wanted to. It's not. I mean, I would still be smug if you forgot it, but I really wanted to click, but I was too slow. Matchmaker was too fast.
I really hope I do have them.
I think so. Chat. Do we also hope that he has it? I mean, I obviously do because he's playing in my team. But on the other hand, it would be so funny if it's another Mr. Conway. Oh, and we have to talk to Twitch because I really want emotes at this point. Because yes, finally, because we're definitely going to have a Mr. Conway consumable, Mr. Conway modules, and some other funny emotes. So,
yes, what's up with this? We should ambush them at Gamescom.
Actually, I can bring it up at Gamescom. Yes.
Okay. Let's go, chaps. Are you going to go east or west?
We are going to go. Let's go west.
Deathstalker's apologizing for not reminding me earlier. That's okay, Deathstalker. You got a Twitch drop?
Are you putting this on chat now? Chat, you should have reminded me earlier. This is not my fault.
No,
it's
he's apologizing for it, which I think is very proper and very nice. Mr.
Are you
Conway
British?
Jolly good show.
Yeah.
Jolly good show. No, and you got a Twitch drop. That's fantastic. And this is a good reminder, guys. We have Twitch drops. This magical thing where if you have your Wargaming account on your Twitch account, what?
Didn't we have like the usual pop-up, or we only had it for event streams, right? Like the little. Okay, never mind. Yes.
Anyway, so we have this thing called Twitch drops. So as long as you've connected your Wargaming.net account with your Twitch account, which you can do by going to your account management, then as long as you watch any World of Warships stream, you have a chance at getting Twitch drops. So we've got, as usual, the usual cool containers that can drop. At the moment, there is a chance, I believe, to get an Eggler if you get very lucky. Obviously, this is a very unrealistic thing, so it's not going to happen to many people. It's an epic rare drop, but it can happen.
Yes.
And then we have a weekly mission. Every Thursday, you can get a new weekly mission by watching World of Warships on Twitch. And for those, the drops are all guaranteed. So if you've watched for like 1 or 2 hours, you're definitely going to get that mission. And they give you things.
Yes. And if you want to find out how to link your account and so on, it's actually quite easy. You only have to go to your wargaming.net account, and there you just basically go to your account management, and then you see all of the different social media platforms that you can link. And then obviously, if you want to get Twitch drops, you have to link Twitch. And then that's all you have to do. Basically, watch any World of Warships stream that has Twitch drops enabled. It's on the broadcast, that's not on us. So basically, each streamer has the chance to enable it or disable it. Only thing they have to do is stream World of Warships. That's the only requirement, basically. And so basically each Thursday, the new mission drop goes live.
Yes, I believe I said that.
Oh, well then I'm happy that we repeated.
Joe Bin says, I'm still mad about the 2070 XP. I did 2050 XP. I did it, but I'm still mad. So why are you mad?
You should be proud.
Why you have to be mad? It's only a game. You should be proud. See, we managed to give you a sense of pride and accomplishment before completing said mission. No, but honestly, guys, we designed that specific set of missions so that you get some nice camos for every stage. Obviously, you get like some more nice rewards for finishing the last stage, but it's supposed to be a challenge. It's supposed to be something that you can, have a couple of weeks to attempt to get by just playing really well.
Exactly. That's why we built it in a way that you can, if you're not the greatest player ever, you can still get the first one. The second one is also, I think, quite achievable. You have to have a good game, but
we can have another look at how many people have done it, actually.
Oh, true. Okay, I'm a bit too ballsy here. I need to. I really want to get that Jaguar. Why is he like? So, guys, just to show you this, like, look at this DD. He's sitting there, and his engine is out, and this is the reason why he's dead. Always use last stand on a DD. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, chat.
And premium consumables. And premium consumables.
And premium consumables. But I mean, even no, I would always still like having last stand on a DD is simply mandatory. Even not having premium consumables is not as bad as not having this skill.
This is true, as I've repeatedly discovered already.
Yeah.
Ask Flambus about Engine and Fletcher. Look, if we want to trigger Flambus, we have much easier ways of doing that.
Yes.
Yes. By the way, triggering Flambus is something that is highly entertaining, and I can only recommend it.
The next one, Roy Bain.
Oh, I actually hit him.
Please, Roy, mount not consumables. Get last stand. I can probably even just blind fire him, and he's shooting now. Roy, this is not healthy for you. This is worth like. Okay, so now he actually has his engine back. He might even survive it because now he got his engine repaired.
I'm just gonna go balls deep and push here. It's a shame I don't have anything reloaded right now. There's a broadside Texas.
We can also showcase your point of view here if you get a nice little salvo off on that Texas. Okay, Akatsuki's out.
Sorry, the Nelson is even more tempting.
Rookie Roy, yes, but I always hope that people realize very quickly that there are certain skills that are just mandatory. It's like you simply should take this because whenever you don't take it, it's basically on you if you get killed because of that.
I just took half the Nelson away.
Ah, that was you?
Yes.
Oh, that looked like a very, very nice salvo.
Broadsiding,
Oh, come
reversing.
on. Can somebody kill him? Okay.
Well, if he keeps reversing, he's going to reverse back into my next broadside.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy destroyer detected.
Oh, he's shooting HE at me. Okay. I'm made out of paper. You should use it.
God damn it. Got unlucky with that salvo. Okay.
I mean, that's the problem with the Nelson. The Nelson is an amazing ship.
Okay, if you're not sat
If
broadside,
you don't
reversing,
go
I mean,
fully broadside on, exactly. I think I might actually turn around and defend the cap, that you guys can push.
there's a question there from Super Zabjak who wants to know: is there some way to get 2,750 base XP, or is it impossible?
So, it's very, very possible. You just have to have a very good game. I mean, the highest chance to get this amount of XP is obviously playing on tier 10, because that's where the highest XP scores are usually doable. You can get that score on lower tiers as well, but it's just way more difficult. Unless you play maybe The Sims, because The Sims has a crazy XP multiplier in my opinion, or my experience. But overall, you just have to have a really good game. Like, I know several guys who do that on a pretty regular basis, but it's rather, let's say, a super unicum task to get that amount of XP. Because
Or you
usually,
just have to have, one of those really, really good games.
yeah. The thing is, why we went for 2,750 base XP is because we had a mission with 1,750 base XP, and people were telling us that's not a challenge. So we said, okay,
Challenge accepted.
challenge accepted. Let's do it.
Can we actually hit this Miyoko ever? No.
With an overpen.
One overpen on the bum. That's it.
In the meantime, we have a Jaguar here trying to cap us, but we'll deny that. Ah, man, he pushed the Hydra button as well. Scotland, I didn't see that earlier. Now we don't have a spot here, Scotland. That was not the best idea here. Like, he could have. There's no reason for him to smoke. The Jaguar might even just vanish here and run away. So in general, like, if you smoke in a situation like this and there's no other spot, and you were the one spotting, not the best idea. There was nothing really, nothing dangerous here. And oh, Mr. Conway is actually having here a nice salvo on Nürnberg, and almost.
I've actually, I'm playing a Nelson. I haven't shot AG once so far.
Is it possible to grind to get a level 10 ship, or realistically do you have to buy currency? So it's absolutely doable. It will just take you some additional time. And with some, yes, it's going to take you a significant amount of time to get to your first tier 10. I had to do that myself. You know, when I started playing World of Warships, I was a complete noob, obviously, and I wanted to get to tier 10. And my biggest issue was getting credits, because I progressed pretty well with the XP, but then credits are nice over there.
That was just my rear turrets as well. Oh. And who says British battleships only good with HE?
Ah, nice. Vasil is coming in here. Oh, wait. Check.
No, like in general, like if you want, like, and of course I work for the company, right? So I have an interest in giving you a recommendation to spend money. But honestly, if you really like the game and if you like playing it, I would think about if you're interested in playing higher tier ships more quickly. Get some premium time for a month and see if that helps you. That usually makes everything progress a lot more
But it's only
mandatory.
Accelerating your progress. You can get there the other way. What I wanted to say is that, for example, when I was grinding to tier 10 for my first time, I wanted to get the Montana, and I was struggling with credits. So what I did is actually went back to tier 4 back in the day when we still had RTS CVs, and I went for the whole show. And I basically played on tier 4 because I got a lot of credits for very low amount of repair costs that I had to pay back in the day, because we used to have actual repair costs, not just servicing costs in the game. So yeah, you can definitely do this. And I also played, for example, some Umikaze games because it was fast and it was fun, and I made like 100k credits per game every like 6-7 minutes. So it just made it much easier for me to get the amount of credits that I need.
I think he's got me the torpedoes this time. God damn it.
Ah! Nice.
Almost reloaded to kill him. But it's a Scharnhorst. It's very hard to brawl. I took a lot of damage. I did a lot of damage with my volley into his broadside, but I didn't get my third turret to bear.
Why is he shooting? I don't understand this HE stuff today.
But no, Scharnhorst, enemy Scharnhorst is playing a proper Scharnhorst game. But he's going to get torpedoed by Gneisenau. German destroyers versus German destroyers.
He's talking about a different Gneisenau, by the way. Because this Gneisenau is definitely not playing a typical Gneisenau game.
Ah, okay.
Okay, we got the DD.
Oh, we've lost our Gneisenau. 2 Miyoko torpedoes. I think
I'm going to heal now. I mean, I don't have to really worry about the HE. Like whatever he does to me with AP would really hurt, and I couldn't really repair it that well. But whatever he does to me with HE is not that bad, because I can heal HE damage up. Now you're turning, Show. I want to set that fire, and then I want to go for AP on his broadside.
Have you noticed the question about the community contributors? Please at least say you are not going to respond.
What question?
Guys,
sorry, there's a lot of questions.
Can I just say something, right? If you have a question, or if you're going to ask if we've seen a question, please repeat the question, or don't...
Right away.
Please don't ask, can I ask a question? Because that just wastes everybody's time. Because of course you can ask a question.
Triggered.
Because if we don't, like, that's why we're here. If we don't want to answer, we're not going to answer it. But by just asking, can I ask a question, just make it awkward when we don't. Just ask a question if you have a question. God damn it.
Honestly,
Chat.
today, if you ever wanted to trigger Mr. Conway, today is the day. Like, today he's like the easiest trigger target possible.
Sorry, it's getting close to Gamescom.
Exactly,
all I
Droopy.
need to
Can I
say.
ask a question, please?
What streamers are going to go to stream at Gamescom? So, that's a good question. I know Flambas made a last-minute decision, and he's going to be streaming on Saturday. And then we've got a bunch of German contributors who are going to be streaming. I believe McLeod is going to be there.
So we have Private Penguin, we have Hoods, we have Lagoon, we have Wargaming Games, so Cloud. Who else do we have? I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody now, and he's going to be mad at me, but there's just too many names in my head floating around. I think Sarat wanted to stream, but he can't make it, and we only had Saturday left as a slot. I think there are more.
Okay.
Many more.
There's a question.
Many more. Find out.
There's a question I never expected to have to answer from Minty Creatures asking, which hairdresser does Mr. Conway visit?
So
it's called the American Barber in Prague. It's a barber shop.
Yes.
Very nice.
Trendless. So Trendless, I'll have to see whether I can get him a streaming slot because like the decision by Mr. So in general, like the streaming slots at Gamescom are for contributors, and Trendless isn't a contributor yet. We are going to open applications tomorrow, but overall, we like obviously we planned this in advance, and all of the German CCs and other CCs that wanted to get a streaming slot, we gave them a streaming slot. So the schedule is quite full. And trying to fit in somebody 1 week before Gamescom is quite hard.
Look at Dragunov. He's asking if we're going to have a secret code word that if you whisper it, they whisper it in the ear, they can get a special bonus code. We could do this. We have some new very special bonus codes. But I'm a bit worried that nowadays many people actually watch our stream. Are you going to show the bonus code? Yes, we can safely. Yes, please. They're both. Guys, we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you our. So look. You know we love you, right? But you have to realize these codes we're going to show you now, it's like only a very few select people of you are going to be lucky enough to get one of these maybe on stage or something, because you have to realize we can't give too many of these out. It's just not possible because it would be bad. It would be bad. No, both of them.
What?
Both of them.
Isn't the other one more for?
Okay.
So guys, in general, right? You might have a chance to actually get one or two of these during our streams of Gamescom. We're going to ship them to you. Mr. Conway can already show off number one.
Number one, yes, and you can win them probably, definitely by participating in some of our on-stage activities at Gamescom, right? But these are not going to be. We're not going to be able to just give them this. So this is the first one, right? These. I'm gonna like. Oh,
it's a transparent one.
It's a transparent one. Wait, let me.
Okay, maybe I can show this one.
Okay,
first.
let's show this one first.
Well, even this one has like because you don't.
Okay,
really
I'm gonna
see
turn off the
right?
filter.
Okay.
No, you can get close.
Yeah, but I'm just waiting for you to do your stuff.
Okay. So it's the first one.
I'm just waiting for chat to tell me to turn it around so they can see the other side.
Yes, we have a new producer. This one actually covers the code.
So guys,
we've learned.
This is a VIP bonus code. Actually, as you can see,
let me hold it. I think we should be able to. Can we focus? Can it focus?
Maybe. So this one is basically for all of those who love black premium ships. And the bonus code is right there on the back. All you have to do now, chat, is scratch it. You actually can do this at home. This is a magical trick. So all you have to do, I will hold it here for a minute, and you can scratch it off. Just do it on screen. Okay, no, obviously not.
And we were really surprised when we got this because we realized how. We'll have to. Well, I think there's only one way to demonstrate this, gentlemen. This is World of Warships ASMR bonus code edition.
So loud. This is this is so loud. And then we have the other one.
The other one is this one. There we go. Can you see it?
So basically, it has an Irian, a Z39, and the West Virginia. So basically, tier 7, tier 6, and tier 8. On top of that, there obviously, as the main prize, 3 slots. 3 commanders with 10 skill points, 30 warships premium days, and 25 victory salute camouflages, so the V-Day ones.
So Ragnitok, no, we cannot throw these into the crowd because
at least not in Germany.
At least not in Germany. Maybe if we go to some questionable countries. No, but we cannot throw them into crowd for 2 reasons. First of all, people are going to get hit by them and hurt themselves, and second of all, people are going to hurt each other to get them. So we've learned from the past that for these kind of things, we will designate someone, and then in a very German fashion, it gets passed along. So, like I said, if you want to get one of these during the Gamescom stream, there might be a good chance. Possibly.
I'll guarantee you.
Okay, you can
I'll guarantee you that on our Gamescom stream, we'll definitely give away one of these. Yeah, and depending on how nice you are, you might convince me to give out a second or third one.
We'll see. Maybe we can get a couple signed by Sabaton as well.
Or by Dasha.
Or both. Yes. The only problem is that there's not a lot of real estate to actually write something. No. So we'll have to figure that out.
Okay, I know. Like we'll find a way.
We will find a way. We will find a way. But otherwise, if you're at Gamescom, right, I would very highly recommend attending our stage shows. So the stage shows, we're going to have one World of Warships stage show a day. You can find the schedule on the displays at our booth, or you can head to worldofwarships.eu and look at our Gamescom article. Chrysanthos and me are going to be the ones presenting it. There'll also be a Legends segment with Mr. T. Kanne
and Mr. Filigula.
And Filigula, our biggest, even bigger Phil as
The
Mr.
biggest Phil
Genghis.
we've met so far.
Yes.
I'm sure there are bigger Phils in Russia, but
He's pretty big.
yeah.
You know, as Mr. Jingles has designated him. So that's going to be good. And we're going to have some really cool news and announcements. We are going to be demonstrating to you live the effectiveness of the World of Warships plushie torpedo launcher, trademark pending. And we will use this torpedo launcher to shoot plushie torpedoes at you. And if you are indeed lucky enough to get shot at, you can keep the torpedo if you can defend yourself against the very tall, very angry Germans that love plushies surrounding you.
Yes,
we
and
go.
also for this, there might
And
be
other
a chance
things.
to get one.
It's ridiculous. Like, including bonus codes, I think we've got like 3,500 things that we have to throw off the stage.
Have to. It's
And
like, oh no,
Oh
no, there's free stuff.
Four stage
Oh,
shows for
no.
it. So anyway,
Okay, let's move on, guys, because I'm sure the ones who can't make it to Gamescom are now pretty jealous. So
I'm sorry.
sorry about this.
Yes. But you know, at least you don't have to experience Gamescom. And for those of you who've been to Gamescom that know that sometimes that can be a bit questionable.
I mean, for me, it's the biggest queue simulator on Earth.
This is true. Anyway, do you have us in? We're
so
doing
yes,
too much smack talking, not enough playing
yes.
today. Tier 8?
We'll
We'll work our way up, and then we can work our way down again. Why don't we do that? We'll just go up and down.
Okay,
We've
so
got some
thank
time
you,
anyway.
Vasil, for playing with us. It was a pleasure. Then we have the Marksmanian Carry for Life. Okay, let's add you and invite you to the division
What
from
are
the
we gonna
clan
play?
QMN. So tier 8, guys. What do we play on tier 8?
I'm gonna try the Alabama again.
So Tombo Tom is asking, on which days are you going to be there with the codes? So it's only going to be on Monday. No, so we are going to be at Gamescom from Tuesday to Saturday. We're going to be there all day. I mean, you will find us if you want to find us. Also, we're going to be at the player party, which is going to be amazing on Friday, and we might have these codes with us. And then I would love to have like a little stand with a sign that says "Convince me." We should have that. Why
I'm sure
you
we
should
c-
get that VIP bonus code.
Maybe I'm sure if we email the events team now, they'd be super happy.
Yes, they would be super. No, so here, true story. While we're selecting tier 8 ships, and you guys are going for battleships, so I should go for something else. So 2 years ago, I was at an offline event in Austria at the the Comic-Con. And we had a wargaming stand there with all of the products that we have. And there was a guy coming up to me who was asking for. He was telling me his story of like he has been playing World of Tanks for like a bazillion years, and like all of the fun stuff that he had with his clan and so on. And at some point, it's like a 10-minute talk, and he was super nice. And then he was just telling me that basically he owns everything in the game. Like he has all of these favorite tanks, and he's really happy to have that game. And sorry, I derped here. And the only thing that he's missing is a T-59. And funnily enough, I had one T-59 code.
You mean the Type 50?
Type 59, not T-59. Type 59. Yes, I'm a tanks pleb. So I had one with me, and I handed it to him, and he was around 50. And there's no like, not weird, but it's a curious feeling if you hand like a grown-up person a bonus code and he starts crying and hugging you. And I think that made his year. But it was just crazy to see like, is this reality? And that was quite cool. He actually cried. Yes,
That doesn't mean that if you come crying on our shoulders,
Oh,
we're
no,
going to give
no,
you a
I-
Belfast. Just want to say,
no.
this does not mean
Don't
that.
make it awkward, guys. Don't make it awkward.
No, it's going to be awkward anyway. Don't make it more awkward.
So,
Where are we going?
I don't want to go
A?
into B. Yes, I'm going to go
go to
into
A.
A. Have you talked about submarines yet? 7 Eager, yes.
Wait.
Beginning.
We have a massive announcement to make for submarines. I can confirm that in real life, submarines do indeed sometimes use a what do you call that kind of thing? I don't know. It's a machine that goes beep. Submarine announcement finished. Sorry, for submarines, if there is indeed such a thing, I know what it's called, chat. Thank you.
Chat has absolutely no trust in your capabilities.
Chad is such a potato today.
Yeah. You are too, but we know that.
It's probably because I'm generally a potato. It reflects back, so it's like a synergy. So what I was going to say is that there might or might not be some information about these illicit rumors that there may or may not be a new class coming to World of Warships at some point in the future next Wednesday, and you can set yourself a reminder on Twitch.
Exactly.
I still wanted to get that potato song for chat, so chat could hear what that potato song was like.
And you forgot.
Yes. But
Shame.
we're also streaming
Ding,
on
ding,
YouTube.
ding, ding,
Do we
ding.
get in trouble for
Shame.
doing that on YouTube? Can we do that on YouTube?
We shouldn't.
I don't know. I think on Twitch we can do it and we just get muted. I don't know.
Yeah, but we're also live on YouTube with our own channel, so that might actually have consequences. So I'll be the voice of reasoning, as I want to call myself, or AKA Fun Police.
What we could do is we could pause the YouTube's. No.
Do not get into any copyright issues. No, guys, but just sing yourself, Necrovan. That's a very good suggestion, Mr. Conway. I mean, so what we could do, Mr. Conway, you could take your phone, you take your earplugs, you start the song on your phone,
and
you
then
listen
sing
to it,
it,
and you just sing it. I mean, Necrovan, that's on you. If we have issues here with people's ears falling off, then that's on you. But I'm willing to pay the price.
Maybe we can play it on Gamescom on the stage.
Yeah. Also, Colonel Ark, I will say this once today. If you put a wrong bonus code in chat, I will nuke you.
Wow, he's so nice. He gives people warnings.
Yes.
Typical German.
Link the actual video so people can go over there. Yeah, but that's boring. Is there a possibility to tell us if the premium consumers will be gone with the introduction of the research bureau? I would have to check. But there should be a publication about the research bureau coming up very soon that should be included in there.
Oh,
that was a nice servo there. Yes, we saw it right here. I have the torpedo aimed at this Alabama, and Captain Monty was not happy about that servo.
No, he's not. He should learn not to sail broadside.
He's in general, I think, not the very happy battleship. Why would you
sail broadside?
Yeah,
I mean,
I understand that you would sail broadside, but why for such a long time? If you have to turn, then that's
I
okay.
just thought, like, hey, this is a terribly, terribly armed servo. This is never going to do anything. And then, ow. I wasn't sailing broadside. I'm at an angle. How did you do 16k to me, Jean-Bart? We're going to have words about this.
It's a revenge for picking Hon.
And instead, I got 4 ricochet. Typical French. Just because it's a French word, he thinks you can just have all of them.
Oh, was I the only one spotting here? Are you still coming here, my friend? This is not the healthiest solution to your HP problem. I think my torpedoes are going to connect here.
Salt levels rising. Chris, are we turning into toxic streamers?
Returning into them? Oh! Come on.
This is like that classic "Are we the baddies?" sketch.
Okay, so we got him.
But we've got skulls on our caps. Skulls aren't nice. Chat, I'm sorry.
We're the nice guys, you know that.
It is, but look, we have a lot of. Thank you very much, Minty Creature. We have a lot of pent-up frustration from a week's worth of organizing Gamescom, and we have to now release that in form of high explosive, armor-piercing smack talk.
Yes, and in general, guys. I mean, if you tell, like, usually what we're trying to do is you want to highlight how you can improve your gameplay. And if you see a battleship playing like this, what are you doing now?
I just love how you're trying to spin it something positive.
Well, it is positive. It is
yes,
honestly,
absolutely,
I believe.
positive, yes.
So I'm 100% honest about this. So I believe there's a way of talking about what you're observing and trying to tell people that this is bad because of reason X, Y, Z, without telling people that he is, I don't know, a really bad player and he should stop playing the game and so on. That's obviously not what we want. But it would be great if he, you know, or you guys, if you are struggling with the game sometimes, if you can take a look at how better players play and take something from it to improve your own gameplay. Because it's a team play and you're playing with other people. So first of all, you're going to have more fun and you're going to be a better asset tactically. That's at least my point of view. The Akizuki does not want to pick a fight with me. Okay.
Can we not have any kind of accuracy or hit, please? Ah, god damn it. Tactical beaching successful. Come on, finish beaching so I can start reversing. Thank you.
So I'm chasing Missouri. It's also a weird thing to do. When will you fix the damn autopilot? Asked Bubs. So
With the
Bubs,
next update.
With the next update.
It's on public test. Go test it.
Yes.
Awesome. It's amazeballs. You can see where.
Yes, and
where your
the
ship is
second
actually
version
gonna
should
go.
be much better than the first one, and it's not going to be perfect. Like that
Really?
shouldn't be the expectation, but
Really?
it should be much better than before.
I think it looked pretty good, to be honest. from what
The
I tested.
visualization is much better. Yes, I agree.
Oh, you mean the actual autopilot?
Yes, the autopilot feature of the autopilot.
Maybe we
Not
talk.
the-
Maybe we should talk to Google.
So are you killing the Jumbat or what?
Let me reload. And then
Where
let
is
me
this
fire,
Akisuki
and let me
going?
see if I can actually hit
Akisuki,
him.
who are you? Jace UK. If you're in chat, please turn around. We can have a civil conversation
please
with
shoot
guns.
Jobat because I think he might be healing.
Okie dokie. No, I can't. He's dead.
Okay, all good, thank you. Wait,
Almost
wait!
no-
Don't beach again! Not beach again! One beaching enough, thank you. Okay, we're safe. Guys, will you or Wargaming attend the Tokyo Game Show in September as well? Frickle, I would really like to tell you, but like the way we're organized, right, is that we have regional publishing hubs and we have an Asian hub, and they would obviously be the ones who are would be going to Tokyo Game Show or not. And I haven't heard anything. We can ask, but the best bet would actually be for you to swing by one of our streams from Asia. If you check our events tab in Twitch, you can see when Asian streams are live, and just swing by and ask the guys. I'm sure they'd be happy to give you an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I want INS Delhi in World of Warships Pan Asia, says General Silencer. So do I. See what happens. But wouldn't you want INS Delhi in the Commonwealth? Rather than Pan Asia?
Scared him off here. So wait. That little Akizuki is in B, I guess. What else do we have?
There's a bunch of stuff to the west, a
Kitakaze.
bunch of broadside cruisers off to the west. Oh, you're a Cossack.
Yes.
Oh, could you not please shoot my turrets? There's also an angry smoke cloud.
Yeah,
full of...
that looks like an. It should be the Akizuki.
God, this is not good at all.
Yeah, the Akizuki is going to melt. There's a Sovietsky Soyuz.
Yeah, there was also that Missouri storm. Ah, well. I'm still not sure about the Alabama.
I
Takes a
really
lot of
like
damage, even if it's angled.
So there's the radar. I mean, I hope they're going to lose that Baltimore. Can somebody please shoot that Balti? Yeah, thank you.
Do Twitch drops reset if you click off the stream? No, they do not. Like honestly, if you wanna watch the Twitch drops, just watch. Like there's really no way to like game it or something. Just watch.
No,
Twitch
also,
and
but
you'll
also
get drops.
it's not like they don't reset at all. It's basically just accumulated time.
Exactly.
Too bad.
Fun suggestion: USS Pringle, Fletcher class with catapult aircraft. Which sounds like a blast.
I mean, is that one with the? Does it have all turrets?
Will the tier 10 and CV legendary upgrades be available again? Maybe in future, once we have decided what to do with legendary upgrades going forward, and also mostly when we're really satisfied. We're not going to make any more AA changes or CV changes anytime soon, because legendary modules are supposed to, you know, provide some side grades and some different options for gameplay. But if that gameplay is consistently changing, or potentially still going to change, and the balance still going to change, it's really hard to put well balanced legendary modules in. So for now, not yet. Ari Templar's asking, out of interest, where's the Slava? Well, it is in
port
with Kitakami, waiting patiently for its time to shine, or not, as the case may be. Are you planning to do a collaboration again?
No,
I think
don't slide out. Don't slide out.
I think we've had very positive experiences with some of the collaborations we've done before, and I think it's something we'd like to do again. But I'm not there's nothing I can tell you about any upcoming collaboration right now. So it's a solid maybe. Where is World of Warships 1776 edition? I need more sailboats in my life. Palisas, I mean, I see where you're coming from, right? But that wouldn't really work with our current game engine. So if this is something that we would want to work on, we'd have to just basically build a new engine. Because obviously, with sailboats, you'd need much more in the way of like physics and like wave physics and ocean physics. There are some games that do that quite well. I suggest you check them out in the meantime. But I wouldn't expect sailboats from us anytime soon.
Yeah. Any plans on implementing one-tier matchmaking spread, since World of Warships has millions of players, but they are not online at the same time? So no, I mean, first of all, +-2 matchmaking is part of the game. If we ever want to change it, we can obviously do that. But keep in mind that the matchmaker has to work at all times, in all regions, under all circumstances. And we are already planning to apply some changes and improvements to the matchmaker in the next update.
Change, actually.
Yeah, which is going to reduce the amount of up-tiered games that you will have.
Yeah, basically what the matchmaker is going to do, it's going to remember every game you had, if it was equal tier +1 or +2 or -1, -2, and it's going to make sure that you never face more than 40% of your games against ships 2 tiers higher than you. By just counting your last 20 games, and if you've had, you know, what's 40% of 20? 8. If you've had 8 tier 10 games, then it's impossible for you to get another one. And that's the way it's supposed to work. This is also going to mean there will be an increase in like equal tier matches, especially at tier 10. We're excited to see how that change is going to work out, and hopefully it'll you know, like make everyone's gaming session in the evening less frustrating, because you know you're gonna get a mix of tiers that you face. And in World of Warships, either way, even if you're down tiered, it's not as though you're helpless, or you can't influence the battle, or you can't do stuff. You have a different role to play sometimes, but you're still a valuable member of the team.
Absolutely,
in my opinion.
No, honestly, like that's what I love about World of Warships, because yes, you might get up tiered sometimes, and wow, he actually okay, but you're still always able to do something. You know, it's. I don't know how many games we had also on stream where we were the low tier ones, and we still managed to do like a significant amount of damage and contribution to the team's effort. You just have to be aware of how like that is not going to be the easiest game, obviously, because it is challenging to play against higher tier ships. But our game was built with that in mind, that you can still do something. I had more frustrating moments in other games where you were matched against just, you know, units that were stronger than you, and here you can always still do something.
John L has a really good question for you, Chrysanthos.
Okay.
He's asking, right, will the matchmaker remember even the games that he wants to forget?
Yes, especially those. He will put them in a special book.
I know it's different, but is World of Tanks getting the improved remembering matchmaking? So World of Tanks matchmaking, I have no idea about, like literally zero. I haven't played any, and I haven't played any World of Tanks in ages, and I'm not keeping up to date about what they're doing with matchmaking. Sorry.
Oh, he's going for the ram. He's going for the ram on the Kronstadt, but he's taking all of these torps. Is he going to die? Come on, Kronstadt, you can survive. I believe.
Is there no ram? What's happening with the ram?
He's trying. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I love the Cossack. The Cossack is such a fun boat, honestly. My favorite DD on tier 8, by far. Will good team play be more awarded in the future? So I don't think there's going to be any changes in the economy, at least in the foreseeable future. But we're already rewarding team play quite significantly because all of these aspects, like for example, assisting in the capture, decapping, depending on what class you have, other aspects like spotting damage and potential damage are also taken into account. And we do our very best to highlight basically the focus of winning, because you do get a 50% bonus for winning, basically, and all of the other aspects. But I know there's probably some room for improvement, but not in the very near future.
It's really hard to find the metric that defines team play, right? You're already getting awarded for just the win. You're getting awarded for spotting damage. You're getting awarded for like taking capture circles, which is part of team play. And you're also in a small way getting rewarded for potential damage. So all of these things are things that contribute to your team's success. The only metric that is like, I guess, less effective for measuring team play is pure damage output, because you can just sit at the back and farm it, right? But if you do these things and contribute, you will get a lot better rewards.
Yes.
Like, especially taking cap zones is so valuable in terms of rewards in random games. It's definitely something you should always try and focus on.
Yeah, guys, the bonus code that we displayed today, Mr. Conway, can I bring it up?
Can we? Yes, it's in the one in the folder that says codes. Yes, that one exactly.
There you go, guys. That's the code. Very easy. Hon.
Musashi.
Will captains of the high school fleet come back and the ships someday? Maybe Ape the one. What else do you have? Will you guys buff weak crap garbage premium ships in the future? Example, Krasny Cream. So René, in general, we do this a lot. I don't know how many ships we've buffed in the last few months in terms of like old premium ships. Especially in the beginning of the year, we had quite a few that we improved. Overall, are we playing tier 9, right?
Yes, I just got 19 points of my Yamamoto, so I'm going to respec him.
Sorry, I'll just say, what was your name? The Marksmanian. Thank you very much for playing with us. I'll get in the new one, and then I will start or continue what I wanted to say. So in general, we always have an eye on ships. And if we see that ships are underperforming, we will push them. Krasny Krim is actually a good thing. I think we buffed her. But that was quite a while ago, so we can double check how that actually affected her and whether she needs an additional buff. But if she would be in a really, really dire state, we would have already done that. So it's definitely not a ship that is easy to play. Like Krasny Krim, it's super squishy. But for example, I don't know. Like I probably don't have a lot of battles in it, but I can probably check how.
Would you recommend this skill for me and my battleship captain?
Can you pronounce it for me?
Expert en capacité de survie.
So, guys,
I was just joking.
No,
but no, honestly,
in general, don't use that skill on battleship.
Is it worth even taking AFT on a captain that does Yamato and Musashi?
I don't think so.
So what would you?
Well, I mean, so wait. So what do you for Musashi? No.
For Musashi,
Yamato,
no, but
yes.
It's mainly my Yamato captain.
So in general, I prefer my Yamato with a survivability build. But if you use it on the Yamato, then you can go for that as well.
I'm probably you're probably gonna go on basics of survivability, right?
Yes, exactly.
Basics of survivability, and then we could take a last stand, right? No, like adrenaline rush, and then we've got 4 more points. Could even take. You reckon just take these two as well, Chris?
So let's check. You don't want to go for your secondaries, right? There's not really much that will give you a big benefit when it comes to A, because the Musashi doesn't really have a lot of A. Expert Chargeur, I don't think he's really going to help you, because you don't really want to shoot HE with the Musashi. You're going to overmatch most of the things anyway. So I would actually go for the other 2 skills, the level 2 skills, because they are... What? Survivability expert?
No. To reload HE to shoot the DDs. That's what I'm talking about.
Ah, okay.
That's why I had to
maybe.
Sometimes
but then again, Musashi is usually not in that position.
Reload is still. It's
I would
still
still
garbage.
go for the other two because you're gonna be. I think it's gonna be more
Okay,
helpful.
I'm
for
going
you.
to try it.
Sorry, I just wanted to
survivability.
quickly sort by tier, and then let's quickly check tier 5.
Right, premium consumables. Let's check. Yes. Okay. Looks good. Okay.
Musashi. I don't know. So, in general, I just wanted to quickly pull this up, for example. So, for myself, for example, when I take a look at the Krasny Krim and my stats, for example, okay, it's only 5 battles, so that's not really.
No, it isn't.
It isn't. But still, I got 60% win rate, and I got 50%
relevant, but
average XP, damage with the ship, and 1600 XP. If I compare that to what else do we have on that tier? Do we have another? Actually, do we have another? Well, let's just compare it to maybe a Furutaka, for example. I mean, obviously, with a
But
ship
how
like
long
this.
ago was it that you played those?
True, but I also haven't played this ship in a very long time.
Okay.
Okay, here, for example, we see Marblehead, which was back in the day with BFT, AFT when I played this when this came out. Or same thing is true for here for the Murmansk, which is going to be ridiculous stats back in the day. 72k damage. I love this ship. But yes, so some ships, yes, they're going to be harder to play. And if we see some need to buff them, we will do it, obviously.
Yeah.
We don't want to have like a really bad apple in there.
By the way, we do read YouTube comments. I saw a question from S. Hayden if we even read YouTube comments. Guys, on YouTube, try and at World of Warships official channel, like just mention us when you're talking to us, because it means that we see a nice sort of orange tag in front of your message and it gets more attention. For Tiger Bread on YouTube was asking, when is World of Warships anniversary? I believe it is the 17th of September.
It is.
It is. And it's going to stay the 17th of September in future because it's how anniversaries work.
Okay, actually, I'll try the Mogador. And then I'll try to find my division window.
Will new players get to experience Belfast and Missouri? Absolutely. All they need to do is land in a game with the Belfast and Missouri in the enemy team and they can get to experience it firsthand. But no, like honestly, at the moment, Belfast and Missouri are just on the list of ships that we're not going to hand out anymore because we don't think like a big amount of them are good for the matchmaker. We did try, if you remember, not too long ago, like a little initiative to start rebalancing some of the questionable premium ships, but overwhelmingly, you guys said, please don't do this. So we didn't for now. So right now, we don't really have a choice to just put those ships, by the wayside. And we haven't really done, we haven't really made ships like this for a while where it's really an issue because we've got a lot better in our balancing process and a lot better in analyzing all the statistics we can get from testing.
Yeah. I see a comment here. Will the Germans get the same treatment as the US and IGN where you buff them to counteract the power creep? So with the Germans, for example, we already buffed the secondaries of German BBs. And if we see a need to buff them more, because yes, we do read the comments and I see a lot of comments around, hey, my German battleships or my German DDs, I think they could use a little bit of help. And when we see those comments, we obviously pass them along to our developers and they take a look at this. Yeah. So I think right now the German ships are still in a good shape. They are not the very, very best, but it's also not like the super bad. So it's tricky. We try to help them a bit with the secondaries. And for example, the tier 9 and tier 10 cruisers, the Rune and the Hindenburg got a buff in terms of reload speed because, yes, they were struggling a bit. And if we see the same thing for the other ships, we will do it as well. But right now, we don't have any concrete plans for that.
Yeah. There was a comment from Cerulean Squid on what I just said, who says totally had nothing to do with the refund scheme, the proposed one. And I can tell you from my experience, having worked in customer support, that it would be logistically basically impossible to do actual refunds of these purchases that in some cases have been made years ago, even if this is something that we wanted to do. It just doesn't work that easily. We can't just refund something to someone's bank account that might even not exist anymore. That's why there's generally a cooldown on refunds as well.
There was a question about German Arc in the future. Absolutely, that's possible. I mean, you know that the next thing we're going to implement is going to be the Italian cruiser tech tree. We do want to get a German commander and a German second flag to mount and so on into the game as well. And now I'm being... what is it?
No, of course. Cerulean's good. It wasn't just a petulance of the community. This is not what I was saying. I'm just saying, you know, it's something that we tried, we discussed with you guys, and we came to the conclusion that it's just not happening right now. So that just means that some of the ships are going to have to stay out of, you know, like just be unobtainable.
Yeah. I think it's also like what happened back then. I think is a good example of, you know, like we do care about feedback. We sometimes try to like change things, and we want to get your input on it. That's also why we, you know, release so much information on the dev blog and so on, to get your input on it and to see how you guys receive that, and then we'll make decisions. There was another question about. It's sometimes tricky to read chat and
YouTube's
play
asking
DD.
if there's any plans for British heavy cruisers. Guys, unfortunately, we cannot just sort of willy-nilly announce plans for ship lines that aren't in game yet on like just sort of a regular Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening stream. That's unfortunately a question we can't answer. In general, you can assume that most actual surface combatants in World War II are probably going to make its way into the game sooner or later in some kind of form, because, you know, we're going to keep making ships, and we want to be able to play and shoot ships.
And we do, like, we're trying to get as many ships into the game. So, obviously, hopefully, at some point. How did I miss him? And I see I got a little bit of attention here. I got the decap. So we're gonna spoot beast here a bit.
Oh, the volley looks good on the Siegfried. Oh, is it too slow? Nah.
Yeah, I won't really be able to do something about B. That's not really my area. I'll try to actually skirmish around C, because that's where the Mogador will be able to shine. Any plans for German CVs? Is George Harrison asking on YouTube. So, tricky. So German CV tech tree would be really based on mostly blueprints, because the only German CV that was properly built and almost finished is the Graf Zeppelin that is already in the game. And we just had, just a few months ago, we had the Royal Navy CVs, and we won't have a new CV line in the very near future, at least. Consumable for secondaries that is like defensive A. I would love it, especially like.
Whoa, look at that! Citadel's cool first.
Well, you know what? It's really helpful when you show people.
But it's like
I know you.
It's
need
like
to
an
stream
audio.
and-
It's like an audio book.
Oh, that's also nice.
Conway seals the seas. Did I just say seals the seas?
Yes.
I meant sails
Yes.
the seas.
I've-
English
I've-
is a very hard language to speak when streaming World of Warships.
Okay, can we get the Grozovoy focus down?
Oh, do you think I can pull a trick shot off here?
I don't know. Right now, I just want to get that Grozovoy taken care
But
of.
do you want to look at my trick shot?
Okay, do it.
Okay. Oh, he's moving back. Excellent. I just, like, can my turrets actually turn at all? I believe. It didn't work. Shell trajectory is not flat enough.
Oh, it's Andy1 here from Lude. So.
Oh, the loot people are the worst.
Mm-hmm. Any news on Siegfried, especially what kind of ship it is? Cold Steel or Free XP? I don't think that has been decided yet.
I'm gonna try again. Ah! I got one through. Still didn't manage to actually. Who just destroyed my back rear turret and how? Who touched
Sorcery.
Somebody, but I was like my bum wasn't accessible. How did they touch it?
Your bum was not accessible.
No. Stern, sorry. Wow. Hindenburg range of torps is 7, right? Or 6? 6.
Hindenburg 6 kilometers.
Nice, he's just out of range. Oh.
I need focus fire on the Grozovoy. Nice. Even though the ship is not a DD hunter, a born DD hunter, it's still great at hunting DDs. If you can catch the enemy DD and you can push him and he can run away.
But I thought it was 6 kilometers.
Well, he might have launched them, and you if you keep chasing him, then obviously the 6 kilometers you're moving into those 6 kilometers.
I was so I could back out of range. His potato move actually paid off, and now he's going to think that he
Well,
can
I
do
think
that
it wasn't
again.
his potato move; it was your potato move that put him back into the game. So, I am detected somewhere. Benson is quite close. The Benson should have 5.9. I have 7.1. So if I push him with the speed boost, he
Can
should
somebody
be-
please? Am I beached? I beached. Can somebody please kill that Hindenburg?
I don't know. I'm hunting DDs. And I'm killing DDs. Coming to help you.
Thank you, because our Rugomo is bloody farming me. He's probably going to successfully farm me.
Tiger Bird, maybe.
That's it, I'm dead. I really thought I could slow down in fast enough, but I'm in the Musashi. Ah well.
Wolf is asking, when you look at design years, that's something the team takes into consideration. The Moines rate of fire was amazing in 1945, but maybe not so much in 55. Well, yes, but in general, I mean, we like our game is themed around World War I, World War II, so this is basically what we're working with. And obviously we take it into consideration, but we basically try to have that power level increase by tier, so that ships on the same tier have roughly the same power level, with different distinctive like weaknesses and strengths. That's basically what we're looking for. Captain Pugwash, we know him, right? He rings a bell.
Fun and engaging, isn't it, getting spammed? Well, Tom, I would also much prefer a world in which little puny underage boats have no chance in hell and like ever damaging the mighty Musashi. But we need to even let the small ships play, which means spamming is okay.
The thing is, it's also not fun to get deleted by a battleship. For example, like a Musashi through your nose in a cruiser.
Through any part of your ship, essentially.
Yeah.
Just
So
you're on the map.
I mean, it's a balancing factor, and obviously, yes, spamming can be annoying, but it's also about your position.
Yeah, and I would have been completely fine if I hadn't, like a potato, taken 4 torpedoes from Hindenburg, which hurt a lot. How do we trigger flambas? I know anime is a good way. Detonations.
Tell him, two brothers going through the center is a bad idea.
Yes.
And send your regards from me. So send my regards.
So when will you be adding the IJN I-400 class submarine CVs? Will they be premium or regular tech tree? Look, slowly. Like let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It's a supremely silly ship design, and maybe eventually it'll make its way to World of Warships. Who knows? I cannot tell you. Just the idea of having you can't really call it a CV because I think it had like 1 plane. I think maximum 2. I'd be much more interested in the French cruiser submarines that mounted cruiser-sized turrets on top of the submarine.
This design is still like.
But you have to put it into historical context, right? Because a submarine essentially was designed in most cases, mainly to disrupt shipping. They did attack surface ships, especially like in the Pacific theater, where they, there was a lot of shipping. They caught quite a few CBs on both sides. The Japanese caught quite a few, and the Americans caught quite a few, and they caused some havoc there. But ultimately, like the submarine was designed to go and disrupt transport ships and trade and that kind of stuff. And it's much more efficient if you just pop up and you have like a 200mm gun and you just shoot the ship. And then you go down again, and you use only a couple of shells of ammunition rather than, some of them very limited amount of torpedoes. I think it's easier to carry more shells than small torpedoes. A lot of the submarines in World War II, when they found just like a merchant ship, they didn't even use their torpedoes. They just went up and used their deck gun because they didn't have anything to shoot back anyway. Anyway, so I think it's a supremely silly but very funny design.
So, dancing with the Siegfried. But I think I'm actually going to try to annoy the Conqueror here. It's just reversing.
Independence TR says Japanese German U-boats are the ones that showed the importance of subs to the world. Well, there is, I forgot the name of which one. There was one Japanese submarine that managed to shoot a spread, I think, of 4 torpedoes, and he hit 3 different ships with it and sunk an aircraft carrier. So like everybody had some very successful submarines. On the American side, what did the Japanese in part was after the Battle of the Philippine Sea, the Mariana Turkey shoot, that submarines caught, I think it was the Shokaku and another carrier. They caught them with submarines and put them out of the war.
So we need to get him.
Mogami fired 6 torps, hit 5 different IGN ships.
Mogami hit
5 different IGN ships. Okay. No, this is not the one that we're calling on. What's the submarine with the most successful torpedo spread? Help me. Help me. Please help me. Chat. Tell me now. Is Harugo ever going to get a legendary mod? Asks Zoroth. Maybe. As we explained with legendary mods, is something that you know, like, we might eventually add it, but there's no guarantee every tier 10 ship's going to have one.
Yeah.
Google
It's something
is your
that's
friend.
currently under review, the legendary
Google is your
modules.
friend. Who needs Google when you have Twitch chat?
Exactly. Okay. Well, I think that went rather well.
USS Archerfish torpedoed the Shinano. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That was the no, it wasn't the Lexington. It was another one. I read about it last week.
Yeah, good game. Siegfried can hurt quite a bit.
Yes, exactly. It was the Wasp. Here we go. September 15th, 1942. The Imperial Japanese submarine, what's it? 1I-9 found the U.S. aircraft carrier Wasp within range and fired 4 torpedoes. 2 torpedoes struck on the starboard side, and she was so badly damaged Americans had to sink her later on. And the 3rd torpedo struck battleship North Carolina on the port side, and the 4th torpedo blew the bow of the destroyer O'Brien.
Yes. Evil little boats.
Evil
those
spread of
submarines.
torpedoes, that one, yeah.
Yes.
The crew of USS Barb blew up a Japanese train. Okay.
Will the freeze not be released in the next patch? There's a very clear answer of a mayhaps. No, I don't know. Is it correct that I have to get... is it correct you have to get 5 tier 10 ships on the PT server to get access to the Italian cruisers? Depending on which Italian cruiser you're going for, the price is different. But overall, on PT, everything is accelerated significantly. So it will take you... Basically, the account is mirrored from the live server if you played in the last 3 PT updates. And then all you have to do is basically you forget the line, you redo it, and all you have to do is basically play these ships once, and then you will get the research points, and then with the research points you can unlock. So that's the design behind it. On PT, it's very, very much accelerated. Why did the Missouri go away? Was supposed to be permanently available. So, bite me in general. That's why we avoid saying like forever or never.
What if I don't want to bite you in general?
Nothing in this game is in the game forever, potentially. And if we say something is unlikely to return, we don't want to say never, because at some point it might return, and we don't want to raise these expectations. So usually when a ship like the Missouri makes its way into the game, and initially I think we stated that it's going to be in the game for an unspecified amount of time or something like this, and then at some point when we make changes, we let you know months in advance, usually, like at least 1 update or something. So or even 2 or 3. So we usually give you enough time to actually just buy it if you want to get it, or you can plan around it. But we try to give you as much heads up as we can. Hey, can you ask Wargaming? So you're gonna be Wargaming now. Can you, Mr. Wargaming, can you give us a way to get the unique Pan-Asian captains and the new Russian captain?
Maybe. Check the armory in
So
future.
yeah, so I think for the Russian captain, he's gonna make it into the armory at some point, but I don't know an exact date. And for the Pan Asian captains, it's probably gonna I don't know, but it's likely that they will return at some point. But in what event or in what form, I don't know. Like the armory is usually the best way to actually distribute these things after they were distributed for the first time. But we'll have to see. It really depends on the event. But we can actually check about the Pan Asian commanders because they were distributed during the Chinese New Year, I think, right?
I think that, well, yes, I think so.
Yeah.
By the way, General Silence on YouTube is saying, Mogami class cruiser hit 5 IGN ships with its top spread, the best in the war. Honestly, hitting 5 friendly ships, I would not call that the best. Maybe the worst.
Most accurate.
The worst torpedo spread in the war.
Most devastating strike.
Maybe, but I would not. I think the best is stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, fantastic fighter is asking, hey, ich habe den Code wohl nicht mitbekommen. So yes, we understand German as well. So
Really? Since when?
Since
You remember
today.
last week when chat annoyed us and we just spoke German for like 10 minutes? Or
Yes.
I think it was less than 10 minutes.
But this is why they don't do this week. They get to see your beautiful French Clyde.
They do, yes.
So the next one in line, and thank you Ola for playing with us, is where is it? Malaway.
El Cabezo is saying, do you think that 3 of the 6 winners of the Sour Island event hiding their stats are hiding something more than stats? Well, funnily enough, El Cabezo, stats hiding only works for you guys. People cannot hide their stats from us. Like, I have to say, I'm one of the sneaky people. If I go to your account and you have stats hidden, I see them anyway. And honestly, guys, we check for shenanigans. And I think last time we did this event, there was someone who had shenaniganed, and we promptly removed him from the list. So don't worry.
In general,
everything is fair,
test
and
for
we
this anyway. Like we check for bots and stuff like this.
And if somebody,
anything illegal anyway, we basically
and we have enough common sense to look at someone and say like, wait a minute. And
Yes.
for the top people, we of course do this.
The one thing, and this is something that I want to highlight to everybody, is that yes, there are people who are hiding their stats, and you should always think about like how you interact with people when they're not playing basically up to your expectations, because some people might just be annoyed by yes, click that battle button. Some people might just be annoyed by always getting poked in game, or getting harassed by some people. It's like, oh, you play really really bad. Look, you only have like XX% win rate, because especially when that happens at the beginning of a game and it's not based on how the player actually played in that game, it's quite unfair and quite annoying. So in general, I would always recommend people to like, hey, if you see somebody in game who's not playing very well, don't go insult them, like try to help them and ask them for like specific help. I see quite a few people who rage at the end of the battle, but during the battle they never communicated. They never said like, hey guys, I could really use help on this flank, and or go for strategic objectives together and so on. I think that's the more constructive approach, and there's a reason why people hide their stats, and it's usually not because they don't like to look at numbers.
We're going east or we're going west?
Win rate in a random matchmaking is so useless. I disagree, Taylor, because I mean there's only one constant factor in all of your matches, and that's you. So if you're talking about like 10 or 20 matches, then yes, obviously with the impact of by the way,
We can take the code away, yes.
If you talk about win rate in general, yes, if you have a very small sample size of battles, right, that value might be very different. You know this when you play a new line, and like the 5 first matches you lose and then the 5 first matches you win, so you have 0 or 100% win rate or something like this. But overall, over time, the only constant factor in the games is you. And over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 battles, a single battle is not going to have that much of an impact. It's more about like your overall performance and your contribution to battles. And if you take a look at people who have a really really high win rate, yes, you can take a look at, for example, the context of the stats. If they only play on one tier, let's say, for example, somebody just plays on tier 2, and he might have a very high win rate. Probably not the best player out there because he doesn't know other tiers that well. And he doesn't know basically the metas of other tiers and how ships are played, for example, on tier 8 or tier 9. But if a guy played a lot of battles on tier 10, different classes, and he has like let's say a 60% win rate, he's very, very likely, unless he played in divisions and 2 guys only basically, dragged him with him, that he has a very high basic XP score accompanying that, which shows that he's usually a good addition to the team. So overall, win rate is obviously not like the stat, and if somebody has a bad or a good win rate that says everything about him. But win rate, just as basic XP, is usually quite a good indicator with a high amount of battles, like how well you play in general, like how much you contribute to a team's win. But overall, it's a number, right? And you should not go ham about it with somebody in chat or somebody who's playing with you just because he doesn't meet your specific requirements of what you consider to be like a great player. Some people simply don't have the time or
don't care.
Or
Some
don't
people
care.
just play to
Just
for
like,
the lols and for
I know
rolls.
this sometimes becomes a meme. It's like, just playing for fun, but it's a video game. People actually do play for fun. We all would like to have teammates that are amazing and carry you all the way. But the truth is that most players play for fun, and they try their best.
Oh, Hipper, that's the perfect time to turn. Thank you very much.
And the one thing that I will never
God
understand
damn
is when people are basically loading into a game and using... I mean, thank God that's not a big thing in World of Warships, but I absolutely despise things like XVM and win rate calculators in the beginning of a match where people, before the battle even starts, are like, oh no, this game is lost. And then play really shitty just because they think the game is already lost, which is absolutely not true. I had games against like 2 divisions of Super Unicum players, and they still lost because their team didn't really have a great strategy and they couldn't really carry all of that with them. So we still won. It's always about team effort and making decisions based on like winning the battle, not for your stats, not for specific missions. Even sometimes it's really about making sure you play for the win. So, Mr. Stalingrad, do you want to hide there? I disagree.
What the captain said. I was going to think to can I emulate the Frenchness, but I cannot. You know what I'm going to do? That Stalingrad is out of position. I'm going to Spoot Beast and rush him.
Okay. He's trying to fall back into concealment. I don't know, like he's probably trying to farm the North Carolina.
Oh, Broadside Conqueror. Raised Citadel. I believe in you.
Oh, by the way, that Stalingrad keeps reversing.
Oh. Okay, maybe I should change my plan. There seems to be an underage boat close by.
So, Desara has a question for us. What is your favorite battleship nation?
Shit, must be the
Mr. Conway.
Kagero. What's my favorite what?
Battleship nation.
My favorite battleship nation.
Yeah. He's moving forward now.
That's really, honestly, that's really hard hard question to answer because it's not as though one battleship, all of the nations have a really cool mix of battleships that are good at doing different things. I like the brawly ones in general, but I like all the battleships. Give me big guns and I'm happy. I really like Yamato. Oh, I really like the tanky ones. I might be getting out of position here. I am getting out of position here.
But I don't know where the DD is. I haven't seen the cargo.
I know where he is because I just dodged a full spread of his torpedoes.
Okay, I haven't
He's out to the east here somewhere.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
But I'm just in a really bad position right now because I'm getting farmed by Des Moines and there's not much I can do about it.
I'll put some pressure on him. But overall,
Please do.
For example, for me, favorite battleship nation, I would say, there's the Kagero. My favorite battleship nation would be, I think, the Japanese, because it was my most fun line to play up. I even liked the Izumo that everybody hated, but I thought she was a really good preparation for the Yamato, because with the way that, for example, Nagato, Fuso, and Amagi play, it's very different to how the Yamato then plays, and you learn in the sumo how to play that, even though sometimes in a painful way.
Look at that hit on Lazao. Nice.
No, Stalingrad. Stay beautiful. Stay broadsided. I'm sad.
Actually, no, Stalingrad. Don't stay beautiful to broadside. Please keep advancing because I'm ready for you.
He also has your broadside.
Yes, but I have it first.
Nice. Good job.
Yes, but I'm almost dead. I need to fall
Can
back
you fall
into
back into
concealment.
concealment?
Well, if you kill the Kagero, I can, yes. I'll have to help. Oh, Demon is pushing up, Demon is pushing up.
Yep.
Did you see that beautiful shot on that DD? I'm dead. GG though. I did what I had to.
Yes.
I pushed the tempo. I made people run away, and I killed people.
Sorry, Chappie.
So this is how I like to play my battleships. I like to push in really close, and get reliable hits, and just make people have to play on the back foot. Make people have to hide their broadsides, and inevitably they won't be able to once your team pushes up. They'll give someone an angle, and then you go feast. But obviously, Republique is not really the ship to do this in because it's a giant HE magnet and just eats damage like crazy from things like a Conqueror. Will depth charges become a thing? I'm honestly not sure. Why would we need depth charges? I don't know. But I have a feeling, a distinct feeling, that we may be able to tell you next week. On Wednesday. Sign up for a reminder now.
You guys, you should really sign up for next week's stream. It should be worth it.
Did we already mention that there'll be like a special thing people can get?
Oh no! I haven't mentioned this yet. No.
Yes. So apart from all the things, oh, by the way, guys, if you don't know yet, there is currently a mission for Gamescom that you can opt into to earn the Gamescom flag. If you head to our Gamescom article, there'll be a button somewhere. If you click it, you'll get a mission to get the Gamescom flag and some Gamescom camouflages. And if you tune in during our stream next week, only for the duration of that stream, there's also an additional extra Twitch drop that you can get. What's in that Twitch drop, Chrysanthos?
So there are gonna be 3 Gamescom blue, 3 Gamescom black camouflages, and a Twitch container.
Yes.
I just love Hindenburg AP. It's the most satisfying thing in a cruiser.
I'll show you the Gamescom camouflages in a minute. They're actually pretty cool. But you can also earn some of those Gamescom camouflages by doing the Gamescom flag mission chain, which you just go find the portal article, push the button.
Yeah, it's a pretty boring game. I'll give that North Carolina +1. He was playing quite well. He was evading that Stalingrad quite well, and then he turned around and pushed. I think
let me get people.
I liked how he
link.
played. And wow, that daring also. That daring carried us. Can you give a link to that flag mission? So Vasil, it's very easy. All you need to do is
I'm trying.
You're trying? Okay.
I'm going to try and find you a link, guys.
Well, all you have to do is actually go to the portal. There should be the August Combat Mission Gamescom 2019.
And then it's right at the top of it. Right at the top of it. So right there. On your regional portals, you will find, if you're not from Europe, you will find an equivalent. It's a global mission. Just click the button and you'll get an in-game mission, and it'll give you camouflages and it'll give you the portal. It'll give you the
portal.
Yes. Talking. Right. So here you go to August combat missions, and then here I can't because I've already pushed the button. Right. And then you get to show the flag part 1, part 2, and part 3. Bearing in mind these don't unlock until basically. Well, actually, the second one should unlock today. And the last one will unlock on Thursday during Gamescom. And the missions are very easy. You can get a total of 11 camouflages and the commemorative flag for Gamescom 2019, which is pretty cool. And we can probably actually show all these things in the client.
Do you maybe want to show how people can sign up for an event on Twitch?
How to set a reminder? Yes, we can. I just need to make sure, obviously, that you guys don't see things on my account that you're not supposed to see. So I'm always a little bit wary. Even though
You need to log in though.
okay. I also don't want to listen to myself on the stream. Except the cookie. Do I need to log in? No, I don't need to log in.
Okay.
So guys, if you this is going to be streamception pure. God, this is going to be terrible. Because in just a second now.
It's gonna be. This is awkward. Look at these idiots.
What idiots? And now, because now we're gonna get picture in picture, and it's gonna escalate. Not exponentially, but it's gonna progressively escalate. Anyway, so once you're on this beautiful page, right?
Yes.
All you need to do, it's starting.
It's starting.
I could honestly just sit here watching this all day. No,
I'm just happy that you muted it because
Yeah, I mean,
otherwise this would be.
Okay. So basically, you click on events, right? And then on events, you go and you find Gamescom 2019 live stream, and you click remind me, and then
And then you should
sign
be
in.
logged in.
But this means, and also feel free to share it with your friends, because this means that you guys will get all the information, and you should get a pop up and stuff from Twitch, which is beautiful.
Moreau, it's
But
the
enough of this,
Twinception.
because
It
I'm
is,
still
it is.
worried I'm going to show you something you're not supposed to see. So let's please not do this again.
Good. Okay, cool. So we were at tier 10 now. Do we go back down or do we start from the bottom?
Someone call Thanos to end this madness. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
What are we playing? Are we going back down again now?
Yeah, we should, right?
go
Or
back
or
down
we
to
could
9.
actually go to tier 5 and tier 4 because we played tier 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could go 5, 4, maybe 3 if we have time.
9.
9. I want it this way.
Tier 4.
Yeah, no, tier 5. We'll have to play
No.
tier 5.
If we're gonna go tier 5, then we have to go tier 4 first.
So you want to go? Wait, you want to go down and back up?
Yes.
That's a weird logic. Okay.
Well, if you're gonna break my logic anyway, then we might as well break it all the way.
Okay. Logic has
But this is
abandoned
just
the chat.
because once like a month or something, I treat myself to one game in the one broken ship that nobody ever really complains about because it's at tier 4. And then I'm gonna compare it with Nikolai Kuznetsov for added spiciness, and I'm ready.
Are you just doing this?
I'm doing this. Oh, but actually, I'm going to do this. But first, we wanted to show off some things, right? So while this camouflage is swanky and everything,
Yes.
sorry, French client.
So chat, what do you want me to play?
So-
I could play. So if we want to go dirty, I can go Arkansas Beta.
So where's the game? Okay, so this is the Gamescom Black camouflage.
Or Yubari. We have Yubari as well. I can also go regular tech tree ship if you want one.
Which I think is pretty sexy. We also have the Gamescom colored Gamescom blue camouflage here, which is like a little bit bubblegum, but also I think quite swanky. And then you can get the drapeau, apparently. We have Gamescom 2016 here. Gamescom 2018. I didn't go 2017. That's really like I didn't get it, which really sucks. But then also, don't we have Gamescom 9? I think Taki only credited it on the test server.
Wow, Maricel wants us to be evil and dirty devs.
Okay.
Please play Z52. So Z52 right now is not on tier 4, unfortunately. Ashitaka is also not on tier 4, guys. Emden is also not on tier 4, guys. Workaholic says Arkansas Beta. Triple Nikolai, please. No, we did triple battleships. Battleships.
And it's
Battleships last week, and that was enough. EM2. May I ask my questions again because I never got an answer. So EM2, you may. But you could have probably used that question to ask your actual question. Like, we're trying to answer as many questions as possible. But as you can see, there are 3,300 people in chat. So it's sometimes a bit hard.
I think the hardest thing is pushing the ready button while also.
Oh, no. Are we doing... I don't want to do triple battle. I will play Yubari. I'll play Yubari. I like my Yubari.
Yubari is awesome. By the way, guys, if you want to learn how to shoot accurately in World of Warships, buy the Yubari. It has such great accuracy that you'll never miss, which means you'll really learn when you're shooting badly.
So I'll just probably take This commander.
Do you know if someone's looking at ramming mechanics? Seems lately they don't work as expected half the time. I believe, yes, we did look at them, and
we
it
fixed it.
should get fixed.
No, it was fixed in
It's-
8.6.
It's fixed already?
Yes, it should be fixed
Okay,
already. If you
it's-
have
it's
a weird
fixed.
replay, please go to the forums, report it in the bug section, and we'll take a look at it. Sorry, and then I will do this. Let me just double check.
If we participated in the Battle of Savo Island and got enough points, should we already have our Shadow Lurker camo? I remember seeing a whole bunch of notifications earlier today.
It was requested,
that-
but not this. I
I
don't
s-
think it was distributed yet.
Maybe not. You have to realize there's a lot of different people winning lots of different things on different clusters. So it just takes a time for someone to just go through all of the data and all of the many
Yeah.
Excel files, because we love our spreadsheets here at Wargaming. But you'll get it. So give us a little bit of time.
Yeah.
It shall be done.
So
Give Turpit's flag, please. I need more context.
Oh, Priceless playing Pancake Waigramiyashi cannot mount alternative camo scheme while every other Soviet ship can. It's a bug. We already reported it, and it's currently on the list of things to get fixed. But I don't have an ETA yet. I think it was supposed to be fixed with the next update, but I think I honestly think I saw the notification today. It was pushed back a bit. So hopefully soon. Are there any plans for introducing a
roleplay
ship
this.
ban list for ranked battles? No, they are not. Do you know the bug when a single hotkey won't work anymore? Like, why? And no, I didn't switch my keyboard settings. No, I don't know about this. Is your keyboard working? Maybe that's an issue, but otherwise, please send us a Wargaming check to our customer support to check. Are you playing on laptops? No, we are playing on proper PCs. What's the release day of the next patch, EM2? Well, if nothing goes wrong, it should be next Thursday. Can we get a few more sections in the mission section? Maybe a clan mission box for old baldy one.
We're rushing
right,
B.
You are rushing B. I'm not a rushing
No,
B
I
ship.
told the whole team to rush B.
So while you are rushing B, I'll rush A. I'll not listen to these commands. So the problem is it might cluster, like the mission tab is already like there's a lot of things in there. So while I understand that having like sub tabs would be cool, I don't think it's anything that's going to happen in the near future. So hopefully we will have some update to this in the future with the amount of missions that we have available.
So Virtual Freedom is asking about the competition with the Hood and the Bismarck. So the competition Hood and Bismarck is really easy, right? You have to send us a replay where you are either playing a Bismarck or a Hood, and Bismarck detonates the Hood.
Yes, and that's
if you
still
do
on.
that,
That's still on. We still
Nobody's
have a
done
VIP,
it yet.
one of the old VIP codes that we still
Yes.
have.
Well,
Old,
anyway,
still
we'll
cool.
make it worth your while if
Yes.
you could do it and send us the replay.
Oh no, there's another Nikolai. It's Justy. No, stop it, Justy. This is not funny. This is not funny. You do not shoot this ship.
I wonder how many stream snipers we have. Oh, Justy is in bloody Nikolai as well.
Yes, that's why I said it.
Oh, you have no chance against him.
Well, go away, Justy.
Your literal only chance is to just get lucky and he doesn't hit you.
Yes, that's my plan currently.
But he has a lot of shit to throw at the wall, metaphorically speaking. Yeah, Imperator Nikolai. It's been a while.
There are 2 DDs here, by the way.
Justy, are you really doing this? Is he really? He's really doing this. That's okay, Justy. You're welcome to come try.
So, fire the hollowing guns from hell. Exactly, Bakakaze. Pume ships have crest on bow, while Tech 3 ships don't. Will this change? I don't think so, Tiger. Any chance for the I-400 subcarriers to come to the game? Well, Andreas, there's always a chance, even though I don't think it's very likely, especially in the near future. I don't think that's really a thing. I mean, we did announce that we're working on officially working on submarines, but obviously that's like a very, very unique kind of battleship.
I feel so dirty playing this ship. Oh.
Well, I mean, there's literally filth coming out of you. How do we get the Nikolai camo? So that Nikolai camouflage was a part of a Halloween event, and you were just able to buy it for 4,000 doubloons. But I don't think it's available anymore in the game.
Well, and mostly also because the Nikolai is not available in game, and really should not be available in game. This is the one chip we really unashamedly can completely complain. We cocked it up. It's entirely broken.
Gisty's coming around the corner for you.
I'm sorry, there's a broadside stationary Emile Bertin. I couldn't resist.
So you're going to touch his ship with a lot of overpens.
No, I hit him once.
Ah,
And
okay.
didn't kill him. This is the curse of the Nikolai. It's amazing when it works, and pretty frustrating when it doesn't. It often doesn't. But Justy is not shooting me for some reason.
Oh, there's a beached Scirocco.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I mean, the great thing about this ship is if you take a look at the dispersion, it's just amazing. Then of course you have to hit, but take a look at how these shells actually group. And then we don't want to see how the Nikolai is shooting us, obviously. I underestimated how quickly he will accelerate. For example, for Gisty, we can definitely hit that superstructure. Put that filth on fire.
How
As you
are
can
these
see,
people
4 hits
angling? Do they not
with
know
the
this is
4
not
hits.
allowed?
And then obviously we'll have to do the dance with the shells. As you
There
can
are
see,
too many destroyers here.
I would love to have this dispersion with other ships. There we get the fire.
No, I didn't think he could launch one there. Ah, goddammit.
Let's see what Mr. Conway is dealing with. I guess a lot of torpedoings.
He's got the full broad experience here.
Oh, Dustin
Why am I
Spiegel's
talking
asking-
about myself in the third person?
Nobody knows. Dustin Spiegel is asking, any word on the update of the rest of scenarios like Cherry Blossom? Work in progress. Unfortunately, I don't have a date for you yet. But we're making progress. You know, we got the AI to actually be able to play CDs by now. And then for the scenarios, it's a bit trickier because there's a lot of scripted action going on. So give us a bit of time, but we're getting there, step by step. Burn, Rasputin, burn.
I'm caught between a rock and a battleship. Damn it.
Are there any premium ships available for both purchase and mission unlockable upcoming? I mean, right now we have the Scirocco where you can have both. You can just unlock them via mission, or you can just buy it. Whether there's anything for the future, I'm sure.
What
that's
did
gonna be
I
happening
just kill?
The Wyoming, right? Yes.
How? The secondaries?
Yes, I think so. But
Wow.
when it comes to future ships, I'm sorry, I cannot disclose that.
Gamescom event isn't on the NEA news page. You should be able to find it in your mission briefing.
I'll just take over here.
But But yeah, tier 4, 57,000 damage and 1.2 million potential damage because I dodged so many torpedoes.
Oh, nice. That König is a little bit out of position.
And thank you very much for that compliment, Geda Hamster. We like.
What did he say?
He said, "You guys are pretty fun to watch. Thumbs up." You have to realize, right? Of course, this is our job, right? But this is what we do this, of course, in part to like give you news and everything, but also because it's fun for us, right? And this month, for instance, we thought because we've got this bonus code that we're showing for you guys, and it's only active during the stream. We also decided to do all our streams 1 hour longer because also we have fun with this, right? We don't mind spending an extra hour here and just hanging out and, you know, shooting ship.
Exactly. Will Lenin be available for purchase with the balloons in the armory? Potentially in the future, but I can't make any promises.
Yeah,
but I think it's a likely scenario.
Andreas Müller saying the third time the charm. Will the I-400 submarine carriers show up? I think we answered.
I just answered.
Just answered this, Andreas.
I answered this like 5 minutes ago, Andreas.
And I answered it earlier.
Yes. So like we like honestly we try to answer as many questions as possible. We also try to have different questions, right? To not answer the same question over and over and over again. So tier 5.
Andreas, Hörverständnis. Tier 5. Shall we continue the theme of slightly broken ships?
No, I think I'm going to play the Scirocco because it was requested.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna stick with Halloween ships because I
mean, we're surprised that Mr. Conway loves to play strong ships.
Strong ships suit my playstyle. No, but at tier 5, I don't know. I don't really have too many ships I like.
What do you mean? Well, yes, okay. Yes, and you know what Lord of Droid would say to that. But you also have plenty of. You could play the Krasny Krem that we talked about.
We're not going to play Krasny Krem, but I'm going to go. I am going to play Ochotnik.
See, I wouldn't. So, chat, I will leave it up to you. I can play Krasny Krem or I can play Scirocco. I will leave it up to you.
Okay, chat, Krasny, and put an F for Krasny Krem or a Y for Scirocco. F or Y. F for Krasny Krem, Y for Scirocco. But we would like more Torpnelius. Torpnelius, you say?
This is so silly. And obviously, guys, what you have to just imagine.
I think it's the Huang He.
What, the Huang He?
Yes, F for Krasny Krem, sorry. Why not stream poll? Because mostly because it takes too long to set
It's
up.
late for Mr. Conway. It's late for Mr. Conway.
It's because we spent
suddenly
most
like
of
it's so
yesterday
Huang. Chris, clearly everybody is spamming F, so they want to see the Huang He. So guys, I'm not sure. I haven't seen a single F in Twitch chat yet or in YouTube chat. So I think what we need is you to press F if you want me to play Krasny Krem. I haven't seen enough.
I've seen enough Fs. Trust me.
Yeah. So
YouTube is entirely F, except for Curtis Hale, who's like, "Oh, why? Why am I typing?"
See, I think now we have 1 or 2 Fs coming in, so we'll
nice.
play.
Okay, so it's the Krasny Krem, also known as the Huang He.
The
Huang Krem, Krasny He.
Krasny He, exactly. So I'll take. I guess I'll take my Kutuzov captain. Should be good enough. And I have to invite somebody. I think Sea Flood Steel is gonna be it.
Yes, we played Triple Turtles with him last time.
Okay. Do we then want to mix it up and take somebody else?
He messaged you, invite the man. Don't be so rude.
I remember the Triple Turpin. See, I should also actually read chat. That helps a lot sometimes. Okay, Krasny Krem.
I would have said like I just remember this nickname, but no, he also messaged me before, and I told him to message.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. All good. You can go.
Let me double check whether I have. Do I have signal flags? I don't have. Yes, I have signal flags back there. And also, I have. Look at Fishy. Fishy is mounting this ship.
I'm no longer ready. I don't have signal flags anymore.
Okay.
1 second. I just need the most important ones, which is speed and Julie Charlie, and I'm happy.
Fury Curry, is there a plan idea for Krim's sister ship Krasny Kafkas to be implemented? I don't even know whether this is a real ship, so my answer to this is I don't know.
Can I ask a question to Conway and Chrysanthus? I wonder if a practical tutorial room, rework the existing training room for BBs, CVs, DDs, and cruisers would help people learn the game without having to watch the video. Sometimes outdated mechanics. Fun it should be. Sense you do make, but
I mean, you.
I honestly, I know it's something that like if you're talking about like an actual like a full in-game tutorial. I don't know when you've last started the game, but there is actually a tutorial. But it's really something, and that's tricky to teach these in-depth mechanics. It's something that I think we should get better at, but I can't tell you if that's something we're going to be
It's
able
also,
to do
I mean, you have to think about it. It's very tricky how to design it. It's very immersive and doesn't feel like you play a tutorial, because at least most of the players and like the gamers I know, as soon as they see the title tutorial, they'll skip it because they think, I'm good enough. I don't need it. I'm a gamer. I can figure it out.
I'm one of those people.
Yes. So it's I don't know. It's tricky. Obviously, love to have better tutorials. Obviously, hopefully we can get some in the future. But we also provide a lot of additional support with portal articles and how it works, videos and so on. The main thing here though is that people, like players, have to want to improve. If you don't have that, in all of my gaming experience, as a community manager, as a player and so on, if people do not want to learn, you can do whatever, they probably still won't. So it's a tricky topic. Overall, we would love everybody to be better at the game. Always room for improvement. But yeah. Will we ever see a game mode with nations versus nations, such as USA versus UK or IGN, Germany? Maybe, but it's tricky with the nation versus nation concept because we have specific national traits for each of the nations, and usually, like most of our game is obviously balanced around having like a mix of these nations. So I think it's unlikely. But I'm not saying it will never happen. But it's just very tricky to implement. We know that, for example, World of Tanks, it was done and it didn't really work out. Obviously, always a question
when
of,
it happened.
No. Did you?
Yes. It was questionable. No, I mean the thing is, right? If you gather a group of dudes and you say to one half of the dudes, or like 2/3 of the dudes, hey, how do you guys feel like playing a whole bunch of T-34s? And they go like, oh yeah, cool. And then you go to the other half and say like, how would you like to play a Tiger 2 or a Tiger and destroy lots of T-34s? And then suddenly nobody wants to play a T-34 anymore.
Yes, so it's a bit tricky. Where are the national advantages listed? So you don't really have that. It's basically more about the traits of nations, like kind of like the overarching theme of a certain line. We usually try to give that information in the specific branch information that we... Oh, are you dead? No. In the branch information that we hand out. So basically, the guides and so on, and when we talk about the ships and how to play them, what they're strong at. For example, French DDs, French DDs, if you take a look at the publication, you will see that, hey, they're probably not the best when it comes to capping, because they don't have smoke and they are rather easy to spot. Sorry, I just want to get that Nicholas out of the game here. So they're easy to spot and so on, but overall, they're very good at kiting and dealing damage on range. And then at some point, nicely done. Once everything clears up a bit, you will be able to basically even go 1v1 situations with other DDs. And we have that for a lot of nations, and it really depends on what nation we're talking about. Certain nations have very specific traits, while others have more like an all-rounder theme. And so I think it's hard to actually put that in a visual kind of representation into the game.
I may have launched some torpedoes at the Congo.
Ooh, nice.
I think it's I think just possibly, chat, we might have a situation with a dead Congo here. What do you think, Chris?
I think it's a very dead Congo. Oh, actually, is he? Yeah, that's the final torpedo. I thought you might miss him by one.
Damn it, but I was so enthralled by watching him die that I beached myself.
That's okay. As long as you're still alive, you're fine.
That turned my very mediocre game so far into quite successful already.
Okay, so how do new players find that info? So in the game, obviously it's hard to find. But as a new player, if you're really interested in the ship line, you can quickly go to the wiki, which will have that information for you. Or you can just, for example, go to a portal and look for that kind of information. I know it's not the easiest way for new players, but with the game as sometimes complicated, even though I don't consider World of Warships to be a super complicated game, but obviously it has still a lot of interesting mechanics, and some things are different from one ship to the other and so on. This kind of information, like in any other game, you will have to invest a little bit of time to actually figure it out and learn about it. And we try to support that where we can, and we try to brief you guys on it and so on, but it's not as easy as it seems sometimes. Actually shot down a plane.
Supposedly, I shot down the plane. Wow.
I'm a bit of a pickle here. I'm a bit too greedy.
Well,
Wyoming, don't do it. Yes. I mean, the enemy has only one DD left. And I have no idea where he is. Are they Clemson?
He's here. He beached
Yeah, but
earlier.
I put Hydra up. I'd love to get more fires.
Have you, Wargaming, given any thoughts to have tech lines only of real ships for German BBs that were tier 1 to 8 and not tier 9 10? This would make it easier to develop more lines. It wouldn't actually make it easier. It's actually much easier to develop a line that's not historical than it is to develop a line that's historical. So when you're developing a historical line, you have to make sure you actually, do exactly, you do it historically, right? It needs to have the right equipment, needs to have the right modules, it needs to have sort of a right kind of speed, it needs to just work as that specific ship. Whereas if you're making up your own ship, more or less, you only have to follow, what we do is we think, how could they have done it? How could they have built it? And we've got some guys who are marine engineers, and we've got historians, but it gives us a lot more freedom, and we don't have to, make sure that somebody in for the forums is going to complain that on the sea turret, the 44, the Bofors has the wrong caliber or something. It's actually easier to make a ship from scratch, I think, because it's more straightforward. I might be wrong. You were thinking of countries with few ships? Well, we're doing what we're doing now, for instance, what we've done for Pan Asia, for Commonwealth, and now for the European nation, a pan-European nation, where we just have them in a nation and they can have individual ships, and maybe in the future even tech trees, But I don't think that's a problem. Press the button, Mr. Conway. Thank you very much for reminding me. What would we do without chat?
Oh, hello, Clemson. I think you want to turn. Thank you. So yeah, not the strongest boat out there, but still a quite capable boat, the Krasny Krim. If just look at the gun allocation down here. I mean, I think it's a Svetlana hull. So basically a tier 4 of the Russian cruiser branch that you have, the Soviet cruiser branch. So a lot of guns, no armor. that's your concept here.
Which makes sense, because honestly, even if you have armor, if you're the first one to get hit, you're going to lose anyway.
As Hayden at Graf Zeppelin buffs when, so we are still looking at stats. We even get a Citadel. We buffed the Graf Zeppelin I think 2 updates ago, and if she still underperforms, we'll obviously give her more love. Nice. He's not going to give me the angle again.
Seems quite accurate as well, looking at how many of your shells actually hit target.
Hashtag unplayable. You like the Krispy Kreme? So the thing is that, like, if I had to pick a ship on tier 5, my personal favorite ship on tier 5 is the Murmansk. It's just like it's my first premium ship that I ever got. I still love it up until today. Just don't play that much tier 5 anymore as I used to, because I just don't need the credits, and I like playing high tiers. But overall, that's my favorite ship. So if I would have to pick, I would probably pick that ship. Oh, come on. We'll repair that, and hopefully we can get him. Okay, somebody else got him. That's also nice. I hope we can get this cap. But the Krasny Krim is still, like, it's doing its job. Obviously, we're in the matchmaking where we're against tier 4 and tier 5 ships, so that's where the Krasny Krim is really comfortable to play. Against tier 7 ships, it can be quite limited, mostly, in my opinion, because of the range. So that's a bit of a problem.
Abusnums says the Grumpy Beard still needs another 120 followers to reach the 5,000. He didn't quite get enough followers in the last raid. Ah well.
We tried. It's your fault.
We tried. Yes. You need to actually do what we tell you. When we tell you to go follow someone. Who can we raid today? I mean, we're going to play one more game for sure, but we can have a look at what's available.
Don't look my way, Wyoming. Don't look my way. You're beautiful. And also, of course, if you play a cruiser like this, you want to take advantage of anything that will help you in terms of survivability, like islands and so on. I mean, I'm spotted right now because of those Langley planes. But as you can see, oh, there's another little... there we go. The Iron Duke is going to be a bit of a problem, but I think we can be a bit ballsy even now. I would love to go... No, please select the Langley, thank you. I would love to go and just torp that Iron Duke. Actually, with our guns, I'll switch to AP.
What's your Krasny Krim captain build? I'm guessing you're just using...
It's my Kutuzov build, so it's basically... I would go IFHE and then go for... Well, you don't really need the Superintendent, because I usually don't run out of Hydro, for example.
This is something you rarely see.
But, what? Why don't you show it to the stream?
I just like there's just like a mini Kaza brawling Langley. It's just a rare sight.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
I'm also a cruiser main, and that was good matchmaking for us. But overall, I think the Krasny Krim, it's not like the best ship out there on tier 5, absolutely, but it's still good enough to do the job. And I mean, we get over 60k damage. We actually were the top XP ship, so I'm happy about this. And yeah. Good game.
So
I liked it.
We have last game, Chrysanthos. Pick your ship.
Okay. Okay, chat. Do you want to play us to tier 3? Otherwise, we will play tier 10. I'll leave it up to you. We haven't played tier 3 in, I don't know, ever. No, it's maybe next stream we can do actually like a Mikasa brawl in a training room, or a Bismarck brawl in the training room. We haven't done this in ages, and we should. So we will play tier 3 apparently due to chat. So we'll go to tier 3.
You knew chat was going to say that. You and chat have talked to each other. Rude.
So, you're not online anymore, Eric. And thank you, Dustworker, for playing with us. Who do we have here? Messi the Trick Pony. Okay. Can you do tricks? What was the code? So, the code was actually... Where are we going? We're going to... Not fun stuff. We're going here. Bam. This is the bonus code, guys. It's still active for the next, I don't know, like 20 minutes. When do we get the Akagi? Tin Man, whenever it makes it to the game. When is the Smonitz and Slava coming? Whenever they're going to make it to the game. Sorry, it's just like, guys, we have this every week. If there would be the release date already announced, we could tell you. Otherwise, we can't tell you. So,
Look at
tier
how
3.
beautiful she is.
So I haven't really played any like crazy ships today, but so I'll give you the choice, chat. We can play Dursky. We can play, or I can play.
Sorry,
I can play.
sorry,
So Dursky.
I believe the technical term is Derbsky.
Derbsky. Okay, the Derbsky. Otherwise, we can play König Albert, which is a beautiful ship and quite strong for tier 3. Or what else do we have? Or Katori. Katori is quite similar to the Yubari, just that it's super slow, but it has the same kind of accuracy. Albert, the king. The king, Albert. I think Albert is winning.
Okay, you play Albert. I will take the Katori in the most amazing Twitch Prime camouflage, which incidentally you can occasionally get with our Twitch challenge missions.
So, Commander, I think I will just take my Kur first, Captain.
What's on a buyable T-shirt from the shop? What does home mean? So it's a little it's like a French.
It's like a bad joke.
Bad French stereotype joke. My apologies to all the French people watching.
He's not sorry.
He's a little bit sorry.
So, König Albert. Yeah, I'm ready. Ooh, Kawachi. Okay, you're ready to go, right? And then we jump into a battle. What is the code for? Super easy. The code gives you a mission. You can find it in your personal assignment tabs, which you can find in the game under combat missions. And you basically will be able to get credits for each of the missions. And then on top of that, 4 of the French DD containers.
Yep. There's a question in YouTube chat from Grepit100. Will there be Swedish ships in World of Warships? Maybe in the future. They will be possibly part of the pan-European nation. We'll see.
So do we go down Torpedo Alley?
Yes.
Yes, we will. Okay.
We go this
I mean,
way.
you will not go there. You will push your
I will
ship
not
to
go
make
there.
it there towards the end of the game. Commander Cornflakes, you guys sleeping in the office tonight? I hope we get to go home soon.
Yes, we're gonna after this. We're gonna probably leave.
Yeah.
And usually I'd say like, hey, let's go have some kebab afterwards, but we did that for lunch, so I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean the thing is that yes, like the last 4 weeks it has been quite late with going home because here it's almost 9 and we've been here since 10. So it's a long day in the office, but we love doing this with you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. When are submarines coming? Is Man of Steel asking. You're waiting for submarines. So we're working on them. I can confirm that. If you want to get any more information, I don't know. There might be a stream next week where there might be potentially news related to ships that do certain things. And if you want to see that, go set a reminder on Twitch or on YouTube. You can also do that on YouTube and be part of it. We're also going to have a special Twitch drop during that stream. We're going to have a Sabaton concert broadcasted live from Le Gamescom.
Let's hope it all works. There was a comment.
So just a warning. So theoretically, everything should be working, but I hope nothing breaks at Gamescom. So
Hope we don't get DDoSed again. Black Dog 652 is saying that we give missions and he's happy, but the missions are too hard if you don't have premium. So look, if you're talking about the missions we give on Twitch, we really try and find a balance between giving missions that are difficult and challenging, and then also giving missions that are accessible to everyone, and just basically require you to have a look at the conditions and maybe play the right ship.
Yeah, but in general,
we try and do a mix of this.
But I don't understand why they are hard to do without a premium account. Because, for example, Base XP is not tied to to premium, you don't get any bonus in base XP. First shot, first salvo, first citadel, because base XP is completely unrelated to the premium account. Like if you play the game, the base XP level is the same. The base XP is basically what you see when you go to once the results screen is up, right? To the second screen where you see the team results. And this is what we call in the game base XP. It's the XP score without any multipliers, including the premium account. So it's the same chance for everybody. Chrysanthus, will Mr. Conway's Moise keep working throughout Gamescom? So I think this year is a much higher chance of that happening because he doesn't have to do 13. Because I'm there to help him, and because he doesn't have to do 13 shows like last year. We only have 5, but this one is quite long that we have each day.
Our shows are just going to be much better to compensate because last year's, honestly, if I may say so myself, were complete rubbish. HE Citadel, oh yeah, only on tier 3, or playing Yamato.
Will we ever see more Pan-American ships? So, Tovacrack McGeed, hopefully, but I can't make any promises. But I think there's a chance for that. Oh, he's keeping a good angle. You're pushing into that, what is it actually? G1, no, is it the easiest one?
How am I spotted?
G101.
No, I'm not want to push into him. All I actually want to do is get in position.
The easiest left is
shoot
there.
the torpedo the Bellerophon.
I should have shot the easiest left. Oh, there's it. What is the Tindriu doing there?
Oh, I might be dead here. I am dead here. And my
so
torpedoes missed.
No!
Damn it!
Oh, there's a Gangut.
There's also a Bellerophon sneaking up on me, by the way.
Look at that Gangut.
I remember
Using
playing, I
islands
think
to
it was
cover.
this map back in Alpha, where this southern torpedo alley region still had a mechanic that no longer exists now, where it was shallow water, and only destroyers and cruisers could pass it. Now, some cruisers actually only.
Okay, can I make this turn?
I don't know. Can he do it? Chat, can he do it? Premium vodka night after stream, asks Hold Me Love Me. I honestly, I don't think so. We've got too much work to do tomorrow. Ah, the G101 is going in for the duel. With the torpedoes, use your guns, man. Use the guns. Careful.
G100 is really fun to play.
Yes, this one unfortunately is wrecked.
Okay, so I gotta be a bit careful here because the G100 has a ridiculous fast torpedo reload.
When no damage pen supposed to be patched out, we added a new thing that you get a notification, a ribbon for penning the torpedo bulge, which does no damage and is a penetration, which were most of the no damage penetrations before. So they still happen, but now you're notified about why they happen. Because you're shooting a torpedo bulge, which is an area that's specifically designed to be destroyed and shot at. Well, mostly about torpedoes, but you know, same difference.
Oh, they got the fire again.
Any news on the USS Ohio's release? USS Ohio?
No. No info on the release date.
No. As to how she can be obtained, I believe she... Did we announce?
Yes, she's gonna be.
Yes, and then the research bureau.
This is gonna hurt. Let's only take one.
Ah, just the one.
So I hope the trick pony can actually help me here and get that easier stuff. So I'll need to deal with that cruiser first. Deep. Any other questions? Forbin, I mean, there's always a chance. Like we said before. I don't know that ship. It's a historical ship and it fits into World War I, World War II. Then obviously there's a chance. This doesn't look good right now in terms of winning. I mean, we still have a chance, but we don't have any DDs anymore, and there's still this G100 that is stalking me. Oh, he's not stalking me anymore. Okay, so just need to get a bit lucky with the fires here. Because right now it's only my aft that's burning. I hope he doesn't get another fire soon. I want to get off another heal. Come on, chat. I need you to believe in a citadel. Oh, not even.
S. Hayden has said, what did you say, S. Hayden? Seriously, I feel sorry for people who don't know about Sabaton. They don't know what they're missing on. You know what we can do? To get everybody in the mood for next Wednesday, we'll play the Bismarck video after this game. And you guys can enjoy it with us, and then hopefully you'll all tune in next week at one Wednesday. Sabaton's going to be playing, I think, at 7 o'clock Central European time. And we should be able to get a live performance of Bismarck.
Actually, I have to kill this fire.
Not too far away from a mock-up model of the bow of the Bismarck, at least. We don't have a full Bismarck. It doesn't really fit in the hall, unfortunately.
Ah, the chance is gonna get me. Unless I don't get a fire now. And I can get unspotted, but I'm still spotted by the DD. No, I need 13 seconds, guys. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. 6 seconds. There's a no damage pen, and let's go. Heal is up.
I believe.
I mean, I hope that these Bellerophons can actually
That
win this.
G101 wants you.
Oh, 2,500 HP. I'm if I don't derp my next salvo.
He should be dead. He should be.
Should.
Should, but he isn't.
He isn't. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Come on. Oh wow, that CV. Did you see that? He dropped into the
Yes.
smoke. Nicely done on
Blind
tier
as
4.
well. Well played. You know what we said about widespread earlier, guys?
Yep. So I need now 30 seconds without a fire. This ship is really tanky, by the way. I mean, we're sitting at 1.2 million potential damage on tier 4. So that's something to cover. What? So...
Suckrot says, if I want to make a video on World of Warships music or at least a poll, seems like not too many people are a fan of it. What do you mean? You mean like the in-game soundtrack you're not a fan of, or people are not a fan of, or the music videos that we've produced, which we have done, that you can find on our YouTube channel, some of which are great, some of which are okay. It just depends on your taste, I guess. Have a look at them. But what are you talking about exactly? Because obviously we have musicians who and like people who do sound engineers who are working on sound for the game. So we do release new music and all that kind of stuff.
A lot of
You
them.
mean
You can actually
gameplay
find
music?
them on SoundCloud.
Like you're saying you don't like our gameplay music? Honestly, I have to disagree. I really like the in-game music.
But the thing is that if you don't like it, you can just listen to whatever you want, because you can even just link your music folder and just play that in-game.
Yeah, or you can just turn the music off and listen to something else. I just think if you don't like the music that we've made so far, you're probably not going to like the music we're going to make going forward.
So don't set me on fire, please.
How did you create the gun sounds of your ships?
The last shell.
How did we create the gun sounds of our ships? That's a really good question.
We usually don't want to talk about this, and this is a secret. This is between you and me, Chad, right? So we do have a time travel machine in St. Petersburg, and we usually use it on Sunday nights, and we travel back in time, and then we record the gun sounds in the past, and then we travel back in time to World of Warships, so to have really accurate gun sounds. Please don't tell this to anybody, because it's a secret. And it's only between you and me.
You know what? Because Chris is being a troll, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to message our lead sound designer right now and ask him.
Is that the same time machine that they use in CNC Red Alert? Like I said, I cannot comment. It is. Would it be possible for Collab and Sabaton to give Bismarck a Sabaton-themed camo? Maybe, but I wouldn't expect it. Can we get more horn variety on ships? I would love to, but I don't have any update on this. So when are sea mines coming out in the game? Not in the near future, as far as I know. What music videos have you released? So there's one music video that I'm not that proud about, but I mean, some people like it, some people don't like it, which is the Torpedo one, and it's actually a band like consisting out of team members from our St. Petersburg team. What else did we have? I mean, we played it initially. We produced an actual music video. What's the name of the music video that we played in the beginning?
Torpedo?
No, we didn't play Torpedo initially.
The first one? This one, but that's not really a music video. We didn't make the music.
We didn't make the music, but we actually shot pinup. We shot basically the video part is from us. Otherwise, like music videos, we don't really have music music that we compose is in the game. And Sabaton created the music.
Yes,
we helped with CGI.
But we've our sort of dev band. They've done a few things, and I think there's 2 different songs that are on YouTube. Have a look. You can definitely find them. As for the question about how we create our gunfire, which I think is a really good question. But since it is 10 o'clock at night in St. Petersburg, I doubt we're going to get an answer now. However, if you remind us during our next Twitch stream, I will have the answer ready, and I'll be able to tell you, which will be interesting.
There's an interesting question from Exa. What is exactly the difference in wargaming status between you two? Community engagement lead and senior community manager. So we do a lot of shit together. we work very closely together. But so basically, I'm responsible for both the community teams for World of Warships and World of Warship Legends in Europe. So I'm doing a lot of HR and then a lot of planning and feedback process and so on, while Mr. Conway is focusing more on actual engagement events. That means planning of offline events, for example, Gamescom. Gamescom is already, it looks very cool, and I'll just give a big shout out to this guy because he spent a lot of time to make this event great. So I hope everything's going to work out as planned. But for example, your online, offline events and so on, contests that we do, this is going through Mr. Conway's hands by now. We're still trying to be as much on the forums as we can, but the last few weeks have been very draining.
I've been completely off, and I really am sorry to everybody who've pinged me and who's messaged me. But after Gamescom, I will I'll pop up again, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we do different things in the game, basically, or in within our team. And I think that's it.
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So guys, last
There's
time.
one question there. How can I give back my player party ticket? In your ticket, there should be a link to Eventbrite, and you should be able to just give it
Just
back
cancel.
there.
You just log into Eventbrite and you check your orders, and you can just cancel that order.
Yep.
Super easy. Otherwise, guys, I hope you had a lot of fun. If you come to Gamescom, make sure first of all to claim your goodie bag already online. You can do that. You just go to the publication for Gamescom and you will find the link. If you go to Gamescom, also make sure to sign up for a VIP booth because we have, first of all, the two of us, which is clearly the main reason why you would want to go there. But also some minor guests that nobody cares about. No, obviously we have really cool guests. We have Xanko, for example, who's coming. Evan. We have Tekane. We have Filikura, so our two guys from World of Warships Legends. We also have Calypso, the social media manager from World of Warships Legends, coming. We have Dasha. And we have Sabaton in the VIP booth. So a lot of cool things happening over there. And if you can't make it to Gamescom, make sure to tune into our, we have two streams, an English stream on Wednesday from 1300 UTC to 1800 UTC. If you don't know what UTC means, please Google it. But you can just go to the events tab on Twitch and you can just set a reminder. It's going to be displayed in your time zone. And otherwise, there's also a German stream Saturday from CEST, because most of you who speak German are from Germany. It's going to be from 5 to roughly 7:30-ish on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And with this, I think I'm done talking for today.
Yep, I think that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been really lovely to see such a good turnout and reaction from you guys again. Because we did ask earlier, we are going to... we are. I just saw a comment in chat. Sorry, I get distracted easily. Like a little, what's it called? Animal.
Like
squirrel.
Mean,
Thank you.
Wait, you mean something like
yes,
this
like this, for instance.
can get you distracted.
Very, very much, yes. But we're going to play the Sabaton song now. Bismarck, fantastic. You should go check out their YouTube channel. You should go check out their Spotify channel. You should tune into the stream next week and make it to the live performance on Wednesday night. 7 o'clock at our Wargaming booth in Hall 8. If you can't be there live with us, then tune into the stream. And with that, I'm going to shut up. I will see you, beautiful people, next week from Gamescom. And as is customary, at the end of the song, we are going to be raiding someone. It would be fantastic if you could join us on that raid. Have a great one, and we'll see you at Gamescom. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
On that German battleship, which blew up the mighty battlecruiser Hood.
The signal comes by wireless. Plane has spotted the plane's man.
So, did you find the boat?